Welcome everybody back into Nerd Sesh. As always, I'm Carson Brabber, and alongside me is Logan Camden. And today with us as well, we have three of our favorite lads, very special guests. We have the fellas from Stay Hot, Matthew Sponhour, Blaiden, Kirk, and Theo Ash. Gentlemen, all at once now, please. How are we doing?
I'm
doing
all right.
Pretty well. It's been a fun couple days. I was in Chicago. Well, no one else is talking, so I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, well, Blaiden never really jumped in, unfortunately.
No, see, you said all at once, but I assumed it was a joke, not a command.
It was a joke, but the joke was gonna be made better when we all started talking at once.
Well, you know, a joke only gets better the more that you explain it and deliberate over it. So, Matthew,
I didn't
it's your
buy
birthday
in, and
tomorrow.
it's partly on me. It is my birthday tomorrow.
So you get to do whatever you want. You're the birthday
So I
boy.
can do
You and
whatever the
America
hell I
both.
want.
Birthday boy.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I'm pretty excited. The weather's good, dude. I'm pumped, man. There were some people grilling outside of the YMCA when I went today. I was
can
jealous,
smell
dude. That's gonna be me tomorrow. So
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's just beautiful. Well, our birthday present to you is a little bit of trivia. How about that? Every summer
It
we
doesn't
got
get
to
any
bring
better
you
than
guys
that.
on. It really doesn't get better than that. At least I like to think so. We actually do have something of a format for our trivia this time around. In the past, we've kind of just gone Wild West style, no holds barred, loosey-goosey, if you will. Now we're going to be a little bit more righty-tighty. So here's the format. 3 rounds of trivia, each with a theme. We're going to have 3 questions per round, and they are going to escalate from easy to medium to hard. So for each easy question, you're going to get 3 strikes. This is as a collective team. For each medium question, 5 strikes. For each hard question, 10 strikes. So maybe worth a little bit more deliberation before just throwing guesses out there, making sure that you feel good about it. You can exchange a strike for a hint on any question, and you can do it multiple times if you want. So if you're not worried about guessing a wrong answer and you just want more information to make sure you get to the right answer, then you can ask for those hints in exchange for strikes. And then at the end, after these 3 rounds, 3 questions in each, we are going to do a final head-to-head question where both teams try to name more quarterbacks in the history of a random franchise, which we will determine later. I'll use some random NFL team generator. So that's going to be the format. Any questions about that from anyone?
absolutely not. You explained it.
No.
Thank God. Okay. Well, let me explain now the teams. It's going to be me and the one and only Matthew Sponhour against Logan, Blaiden, and Theo, which I think might be running it back from last year.
I think
can't
that
remember.
is the
Yeah.
exact team we ran last time.
Well, good.
Blondes versus
Oh,
not
well,
blondes.
Balds.
okay. No, that doesn't really work either. But maybe just, I don't know, studs
It's,
versus losers.
Oh,
is
I
kinda
got an
what was
idea.
thinking.
We'll be shirts and you guys can be skins.
That's pretty good,
It was
Logan.
just an idea. It was just an idea.
Well, okay, that we have to do it that way because we can't do you guys or skins because I have several questions later about your body, and that would obviously give some information away if we took your top off. So, do we want to do team names? I mean, historically we have. Matthew, we could be the Thumpers or something.
I mean, that sounds fine to me. I'm trying to think of something maybe patriotic.
Wow. But with everything that this country stands for, do we want to be patriotic? Applause.
Maybe not. No, you're.
Just because, I don't know, I guess I don't stand for a flag. I stand for the people within, yeah.
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 Carson's about to float Hamas. That's the name idea.
Well, you know, I was thinking because like
I mean, there's
with
no
the-
bad ideas.
Okay, that's not true. I could say something that would suck, and you would probably point. So, I mean, the first patriotic name I think of is the Eagles, right? Like that's kind of the standard. Now we're not going to be the Eagles, of course, but when I think of Eagles, I think about the debate that we have on Stay Hot about whether or not it's more common to see a bald eagle or a turkey. A
Yeah.
turkey also it was like in the running to be the national bird and lost out to the bald eagle.
Wow.
I know Benjamin
I like
Franklin
you know-
pushed real hard for the turkey, man.
Benjamin Franklin pushed real hard for the turkey, and a turkey is just kind of a funny, silly animal. We're going for kind of a funny, silly vibe on this show. So there's a lot of strong points here, a lot of sort of synergy in different
be the
ways for us to be
turkeys.
the turkeys.
Let's be the turkeys. By the way, I've seen that debate you guys have had. I don't understand how it's a conversation. You can look this stuff up, and there's like, I don't know, what is it, 10 times as many turkeys in the United States as bald eagles?
The population.
Yeah, Theo's going to
doesn't-
push back on this.
It doesn't. The population doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's like how often
Why
you
does
see
the
'em, bruh.
population not matter?
Because turkeys are flock animals, so you're going to see multiple turkeys at one time. The instances that you see a bald eagle is a lot higher. I mean, there's statistics
for
on
me.
this.
So are we going to be the bald eagles? Is this the
I think-
I actually think we should be just based on the collection of guys we have here. We should be a team I like to call Minka Fitzpatrick is better than Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, I love that. A man of
That's
culture.
good. I like that. I think with turkeys as their name, I was thinking like maybe Happy Thanksgiving, since we're about to slice and dice and
Oh.
Carve us up.
carve us up. If we're thinking patriotic, I think about him.
That's a little mean-spirited, though.
That is, because I don't really want to be eaten by you guys if everything's
Yeah.
good with you.
That's
No,
not
no,
really
we're
you.
not eating you. We're just chopping you up.
I don't
you're
know.
just
That was on
preparing
my
us to be
agenda.
eaten.
So
We're preparing us. We're feeding you to
Logan,
someone
so,
else.
okay. My fault.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're going to feed us to Logan, and he'll have a happy Thanksgiving of his own.
Yeah. There's also baseball. That's America's pastime. So I'm thinking we could name
We could be Mark
baseball.
McGuire.
we could be Team Mark McGuire.
I like what you guys were cooking up with the Minkas better than Jalen. MFIBJR. For short, obviously. I think that's going to catch on.
Carson, I liked your cadence on that.
All right, you guys are going to be MFIBJR. That's your team name. Okay.
BJR.
So, round number 1, our theme is NFL draft trivia. So I will start you guys off by asking the easy question for which you have 3 strikes. Can you name 5 players to be drafted in the first round since 1990 after being legitimate two-way players in college? That meaning they took a significant number of snaps on both offense and defense.
What is significant?
Okay, so we have 2
Abe.
players that we can get.
Common sense, I would say, basically.
2 players we
sure.
can get
Okay.
immediately. We're going to have Travis Hunter, and we're going to have Miles Jack.
Okay. Yeah, Miles Jack played running back. Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson is correct. So I'm interpreting that Miles Jack shout as a guess. Miles Jack was drafted early second round,
Oh,
so he
shit. My
actually
bad,
does
y'all.
not
They gotta be
count.
first.
It's a good thought, though.
Yeah.
I'll throw another one then. Jabril Peppers.
That is correct.
There we go.
Yep, that's a good guess. Is there only 5? And they've
There are
got to
not.
name all 5, or there's a lot?
Do you
Okay.
guys remember if these guys played? Do you guys remember that Auburn quarterback Nick Marshall? Was Nick Marshall just a quarterback at Auburn? Because he played corner in the NFL. And then
There's no way he would have played quarterback and another position.
I don't think so either at Auburn. I think he was just a QB.
Was
but
he
played.
a first-round pick?
No, you're right. He's not a first-round pick either.
Yeah, I was about to remind us of that criteria before we let Nick Marshall go as a guess.
He was a 5th-round pick. It's just
I
rare to
mean-
be a two-way guy in general.
We could go way back, maybe like with a Chuck Bednarik.
Since
This
1990,
is since
though.
1990, just because there were so many two-way guys back in the day. But honestly,
Yeah.
it's a great pull, Theo. It's a great shout.
I think he was the last NFL guy to do it at a really high clip.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking of there.
It's a good thought.
You would think the most common would be like running back and linebacker, right?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think there's any linemen, offensive and defensive linemen, that switched. I feel like running back,
too.
linebacker, wide
thought it would
receiver,
be too
corner. Jabril? Woodson?
You guys think prime time did it?
Yeah, I think that's a good guess.
What year is that, though?
Well, no, it's the same draft with Barry and Tony Mandarich. Or no, hold up, that's '89.
I was about to say that
that's
might
actually
be
that's
too...
good logical deduction, Blaiden. That's '89.
Very good teamwork there to avoid a potential dangerous answer for 2 reasons. The other one being, Deion did not play both ways in college. He didn't catch a single pass in college. It was only in the NFL that he actually started to get
crazy.
utilized in spots as a receiver.
'Cause
Yeah,
he
he's a
was-
great punt
he was-
returner.
He was baseball in college too, right? That was.
Yeah, but he did that in the pros too, though.
Mhm.
What an
Yeah.
athlete.
But like that, it wasn't two ways in football. It was just like he just played two sports.
But he did actually play some receiver in the NFL. He had like
He did.
750 receiving yards or something, but he had 0
Yeah.
in college, which is counterintuitive.
How
The
many are you
baseball's
guys
got
at
me
right now?
thinking. We're at
You guys
3.
have 3 of 5.
Yeah.
The baseball has me thinking about Bo Jackson. But
Oh.
there's a lot that I don't know
Bo was
about
also
him.
pre-92.
That was
Yeah.
that was definitely pre-90.
I mean, yeah, the two position groups I feel like we got to be looking at a running back and linebacker, and then wide receiver and a guy who played in the secondary too. I
Would I be able to throw like a total shot in the dark?
mean, who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Julian Edelman.
But
Because I know he was a college quarterback, but I feel like there's a chance he could have been used in other facets.
I mean, his
I'm
rookie,
gonna remind us of the first round criteria
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah,
His-
I'm stupid.
his rookie year. I mean, he
Don't
did
say
play-
that, Blaiden. Please don't say that. Please.
His rookie year, he did play safety with Belichick. That was pretty cool.
So
I actually didn't know that.
I'll give you guys an informal. It's not really a hint. It's just confirming. You've identified, Logan, the 2 right combinations to be looking for. Specifically, one more so than the other.
I think it's going to be wide out and. I mean, that just seems.
I mean,
like
that's
the
all
least-
3. That's all
it's-
3 of what we've got.
It seems like the least physically taxing of any position, because you're not banging bodies every play.
Mm-hmm.
You can go
Okay,
5 for
so-
5 just with that combo.
I
if you
keep
want
thinking
to.
of Desmond Howard, but I don't know if Desmond Howard. I think I'm just confusing him with Charles Woodson.
Yeah, he was more of a special teams
Yeah,
demon.
he was.
There's one guy, again, I'm considering this an informal hint, who I very distinctly remember this because this is within the time in which we would have all been paying attention to the draft, and there's just not that many of those guys.
I don't know who you're thinking of. There's somebody I'm thinking
Oh, really?
of. Mm-hmm. He would have been my 101.
Whoa.
Really?
Over Travis. That would have been bold. I love it.
That means he's a Panther.
It could.
Or OSU, knowing that. I mean,
Or a Buckeye.
That's not the easiest for the average person, I would say, Matthew. If it's the one that I think you're thinking of.
That's
And
gonna
we
rip
are
like-
Nerling,
he's
so
gonna-
I do know who
He's
you're
gonna rip
thinking
like
of.
Devin Smith or something like that, bro.
Devin Smith was a demon.
He was
feel
not
like
a
we-
first-round pick, though.
He was not a first-round pick. Devin Smith, we bring up all the time for whatever reason, but
He's the-
he averaged like 30 yards a catch his final year at OSU. I feel like I brought that up on this podcast before, not even just on Stay Hot, but on,
Yeah, every time. Well, we tee up
He's-
for it.
He's the goat.
of course.
He's
We
the goat.
provoke you.
Do you guys think it's worth it burning one of these hints or burning one of our strikes to get a hint?
yeah, I'm down.
I'm kind of floundering.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'll give you a fair bit about this one player in
Is it-
recent-ish years. This guy was drafted in 2017. He was a corner receiver and even a punt returner who played corner in the NFL.
Oh my God, I'm so stupid.
Who is it?
It's Caleb Farley. Is it Caleb Farley?
It is not Caleb Farley.
He did not
Really?
play. Yeah, so he did not play wide receiver.
Damn, so we're out of strikes. We got to go
Yeah.
2 for 2, yeah.
You guys got to
Damn,
lock
I
in.
really thought it was Caleb
We
Farley.
are, and we
there.
already got Jabril Peppers to be correct.
Yes,
right?
Yep.
we already got
Yep.
Jabril Peppers. So this is from the same draft.
I can't give you guys his college. Then I'm basically giving you the answer. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I remember this guy a weird amount. I don't
Was
know.
he drafted? Sorry, if you don't want to
That's
give
fine.
this to us.
No, go
was,
for
Was
it.
he drafted second half of the first round or first half of the first
Yeah,
round?
he was the 18th pick. Do you remember now, Matthew, who I'm talking about, or no?
I mean, I know who you're talking about because I'm Googling it, of course. I'll tell you, I would not have gotten this.
Okay, well, all right. You know what? Because of that, let me offer you an alternate hint. You have an all-time great corner. This guy was drafted much further back. Still post-1990, obviously, but not nearly as recently.
I mean, that just really makes me want to rip like Champ Bailey, but I just have no confidence that.
Do you wanna
Champ
rip it?
Bailey, Fuck, I can't tell. I'll rip Champ Bailey, I guess.
It's Champ Bailey. He's correct.
That would have been hilarious. Wow. Not been one of them.
I know. Like, what
Champ
sort of
Bailey.
malicious
Carson's
spirit do you think I am?
Carson wouldn't. Carson wouldn't have done that, man.
I'm egging you on to your own demise?
I would have felt hoodwinked. So we're just missing this 2017 guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
there's
more
more
guys,
options,
but
but-
Yeah.
I'm done giving you guys any information.
Yeah.
I'm drawing the
Yeah,
line
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Matthew did give you guys a little something that you could go with, but that one is kind of tough. I think the 2017 one is easier, the corner.
Sometimes the guy Matt's thinking of isn't a corner.
He's thinking of JJ Pegues, but he doesn't know that Pegues fell out of the first round. Stupid Matt.
Thinking of
My fault.
Stupid Matt.
my fault.
I will say this is probably not the easy level question I could have given you guys, but you know what? We're chasing greatness. Let's push ourselves to the limits.
It's not Isaiah Simmons. He's not a corner, and he's not. He was
No, he
more of an all over the place on defense
Exactly.
guy than a.
Yeah.
I think it's probably better to think about who would have been the 18th pick is right outside of the playoffs. You would have been like if this pick wasn't traded, we're looking at a team that was either 7-9 or 8-8 this year. So
that's a lot of teams.
it is a lot of teams, but
Matt's could be giving us a hint that it was an NFC South player. Tampa Bay. They drafted like Vernon Hargraves around that time, but I don't think it was him.
mm-hmm.
Atlanta. Two-way corner.
Did they take
Terrell? I don't think so.
I think they took Tack McKinley this draft, didn't they?
Shout out Tech McKinley, cousin
The,
of a guy.
the Saints, Tyrann Matthew?
No,
Hey, he's
Matthew's
too
like
old.
yeah, he's like 2013.
That wasn't.
I think I'm going to put a clock on you guys
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
All
I
right.
don't-
demand,
Yeah,
and demand a
that's-
guess.
That's fair.
This is a tough ass easy question, bro.
Yeah, sorry. I guess clearly I just have a distorted perception of how relevant this guy was because I thought of him immediately.
You're not to give away anymore.
Yeah.
The issue is that, like, I think for me, I didn't realize that he played wide receiver in college at all. I just don't remember that about him.
Was he good in the league?
Okay.
Mid. Damon Arnett.
mid-corner?
It's like Damon Arnett or some shit, bro. You know.
Is Damon Arnett your final guess?
I mean, I don't want it to be.
So there's Damon Arnett, there's Vernon Hargraves, there's.
Damon Arnett did not play wide receiver.
do we want to do?
He's like the most irrelevant prospect ever drafted.
Damn, man. Marlon Humphrey. I don't know, man.
All right. Give me a name.
Do we want to throw out Hargraves?
It wasn't Vernon Hargraves. Did
It
not
wasn't
play.
Hargraves. Okay. Then I
It's-
mean, we have to say someone.
Nemanja Nedovic.
Okay. Well, I like that we changed
Lock
sports
him
for a
in.
second there. It's Adoree Jackson.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! Yes, he did. Oh, that's
He
crazy.
did. Other acceptable answers. Matthew, you were talking about.
I was talking about two different Buckeyes. Chris Gamble was a
gotten
Buckeye Panther, and
Yeah.
on that same team, Malcolm Jenkins.
That's crazy. I thought you were talking about another Panther, Shaq Thompson, who also was a correct answer.
That's right. No, I was thinking back
You
to the
went
2002
further back. I love that.
national title team.
Yeah. That's
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. So there were some options on the board. I think that pretty much exhausts the list there. But it was a tough one. It was a tough one for being an easy question to start off.
I remember Jackson being a crazy punt returner.
He was.
But
And he had it was really his sophomore year. He played mostly at receiver. He had 400 and something yards.
yeah,
As a receiver that year.
yeah.
All
Damn.
right, I've got a pretty straightforward one for you guys, the turkeys over here. Can y'all name 5 undrafted quarterbacks with 10,000 or more career passing yards?
Love it.
Romo.
Yep.
Romo is correct.
I wanted to get one in.
Warner. No, this will be a collaboration.
Warner is correct.
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon is correct. I figure those are the 3 layups.
Those are the gimmies. Let's think about other undrafted guys. Logan, always the trickster, asks the anti-draft question in the draft category. I love it. Yeah, he's outthinking us at every level. I'm trying to think about some
Chris Campbell
throwbacks,
and
but maybe
Malcolm
that's
Jenkins
not
are some
necessary.
deep cuts, dude. Those guys were awesome secondary players.
They were very good players on.
My
I've
hands
just
are-
gone back and I've watched that national title game
Mhm.
Yeah.
a few times.
Well, it was probably the peak of your life, if
Who
I
was
had
the
to guess.
QB for
Dude,
you guys back then?
I was one.
Well, you guys,
Is it like Troy Smith?
Yeah, you peaked early, buddy. Wake up. Yeah,
dude,
wasn't it Troy Smith?
I'm trying to figure out who the answers are because I want to know something while I'm not guessing. And so I just looked up like best undrafted free agent quarterbacks, and what comes up is an r/Giants post that starts. There's a precedent that we've seen in history that an older seasoned undrafted free agent quarterback can and has become a successful franchise quarterback. Number 1, Tommy DeVito, undrafted. Became starter at 25 years old. To say Tommy can't become a franchise quarterback is unwise when looking at some examples of successful older undrafted free agent quarterbacks, followed by a list of people that you should guess.
Tommy DeVito definitely has the most aura of any undrafted quarterback ever. I think that's
Yeah, he's got to be up
undeniable.
there, right? I mean, he's got moxie.
I mean, everyone knows who he is, and he's literally appeared in 1 game. That's like insane amounts of aura. Maybe he played in more, 2 games.
At 10,000, I guess, is not that much.
No, it's really not.
Like 3 seasons.
And I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
those days
I'm
are
hoping
crazy.
that it's not too many way older guys. Maybe that's like wrong because they used to just like. They used to just draft like everybody.
Yeah, they had so many rounds. I mean, I'm thinking like there's a lot of dudes who were late picks who did rather well. Obviously, Fitzy's a 7th rounder. He's got the most yards for a 7th rounder. Matt
Right.
Castle was 6th rounder, I want to say. Like, there's some dudes who were picked very late, but we got to go all the way. You didn't get selected whatsoever. Oh, Doug Flutie. Is he here?
Flutie is actually not correct. I believe Flutie, he might have been
Was he a 7th rounder?
drafted in both the NFL and the USFL. Drafted in the 11th round. It's like
That-
it
That's
would be
what I
right,
was
but
worried
yeah.
about because I was thinking.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
11th
That was
round.
280th overall, so I think that's
Drafted
totally the-
285th overall, yes. Dude, Doug Flutie is one of those guys who I really don't think he got a fair shake in the NFL, man.
Well, he didn't come over for a long time.
Well, no, I mean, he just wouldn't be given an opportunity because he
Too
was
small.
5'10".
Too small, tightest. All right.
He had to go ball out in the CFL like Warren Moon to get a shot.
Okay, I'm trying to think just through like the all-time passing leaders at this point and see if there's anybody who sneaks up who was very slept on.
There's not anybody above Warren or even actually
Right.
past 40,000 yards.
Okay, that's kind of the range that I was looking in my mind. We're going to have
Sheesh.
somebody recent. I mean, we're going to have recent answers here.
Yeah, because I mean, it's easier to go undrafted and it's easier
Right.
to rack up the yards just straight
Exactly.
up, right? I mean,
Exactly.
basically anybody who plays like 3 seasons worth of games is going to have a hard time not hitting 10K, maybe 4.
That's a good point. If you're like a legitimate starter. So
I'm trying to think of like journeymen who were like always finding a way onto
Yeah,
like,
okay.
a
I mean,
team
let's
or
think
into
about
a
those kind
starting
of guys.
situation.
Like McCown is the epitome of that, but he was drafted.
That was the first guy I thought of and that I completely tapped out after Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
And I
no,
was
but
like,
I
okay.
like thinking about that archetype.
Did we ever determine how mean it is to say you know this guy?
Shut up, Blaiden.
Oh,
It is a. I mean, okay, there's nobody in the league currently, right?
There's nobody active right now. There are guys who hung on until last year, or not last year. 2 guys who held on to 2023.
Brian Hoyer has to be north of
That's
10K.
one
He's
of
gotta
those.
be here. Yeah.
That's one of those guys who held on to 2023. So you're
Yeah.
only missing one quarterback. You got a ton of different guys to choose from.
Okay.
That was a good pull. I didn't know.
I didn't realize Hoyer was undrafted. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would I
He's
think?
another
barely
guy in the
got
mold
to
you were talking
10,000.
about.
He is the first guy over 10K on this question.
How many does he have exactly?
10,899.
Shout
Light
out
work,
to him.
layup.
Yeah,
I knew
paint
it.
scraper. That's one of them line drive home runs.
It's my favorite kind. I like to live on the edge, Logan. You know that. I love to edge. Tyrod Taylor was a 6th rounder. I mean,
Shout out
a lot of
Tyrod.
dudes
I
were
thought
late draft
Tyrod
picks.
too, but I figured he was drafted.
Yeah,
Why
drafted
don't we
late.
shout out? Why don't you guys guess Logan Thomas for the one time?
Shout out Logan Thomas,
one
tight end
time?
legend.
The one time.
I'm
Just
trying to go
thinking
like
about
team by
Virginia
team
Tech.
in recent history of who their quarterbacks
not a bad
have
strategy.
been.
Oh,
Carolina's
Fuck.
too.
this guy was a 7th rounder. I'm pretty sure. I think Matt Flynn was a 7th rounder.
Matt
Also,
Flynn
I don't
can't
know
have
if he would have
10,000
10,000
yards.
yards.
There's no
No
way.
He has a
I
400.
mean, it was.
He has a 400-yard game, and that's
He
probably
does.
pretty close to.
That's an
That's what he
awesome
did
game to watch.
He had a
live,
monster
man.
game.
That was an amazing game. To
I'm
watch
just thinking
live.
about dudes who were drafted really late
Dude,
who
I
made
was sitting-
anything of themselves.
I was
That's
sitting in my
strategy right
grandparents'
now.
kitchen because they're Packers fans, and like we're just like, who the hell is this guy, man?
Yeah, he lit the league up.
Yeah, Rodgers got
Yeah.
the concussion in
It was-
Detroit.
yeah.
2
I-
years.
that was
2
a
days.
meaning. That was a
2 weeks.
meaningless game, though, right? I think it was like week 17 or something. It was like the last week of the regular season.
It wasn't so meaningless, I think, because well, there were 2 kind of games in a row that made it a little bit of a insanity run, and he played Brady the week before or something, or at some other point, maybe the year before. I'm thinking the year before when they won the Super Bowl in 2010. There was a point where he had to play 2 games, and they took like the Brady Patriots to the wire. They only lost by 4. So everyone was like,
Damn,
"Oh yeah."
Matt Stafford was all dude. Matt Stafford and Matt Flynn in this game combined for 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns.
That's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. There are like 3 or 4 guys that I'm really surprised have not been guessed. There's 2 like at Pro Bowl or right below Pro Bowl level QBs that I think of pretty prominently.
Jeff Garcia. Boom. Done. All right, there we go. That's
the guy that I really was surprised that was not guessed that I think Blaiden was trying to get you
Yes.
guys. Matthew, Jake Delhomme was undrafted. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So
that is
some
a good
other
one.
prominent acceptable
20,000
names:
yards.
Jay Fiedler, Case
Fuck, I
Keenum,
was thinking about Jay
Uh,
Fiedler. Damn.
John
didn't
Kitna was also
Keenum.
undrafted.
Ah, Central
I guess
Washington
I just
legend
don't
John
I just
Kitna.
don't remember that Delhomme was undrafted. I guess that was my issue.
He
with
was
him.
the reason I think you don't is because he was undrafted and then signed with the Saints and then got released from the Saints and then or no,
right.
he was
That's
traded
what I
and
remember
went
of.
to Carolina.
Dude, like the line between 6th, 7th rounder and undrafted, sometimes I get a little unsure. Like I'm thinking Hasselbeck, I know is a 6th rounder, but I just lump all those late round and undrafted guys together. So we probably could have been a little more efficient there, but hey, we got it done at the end of the day. All right, gentlemen, we're up to your medium difficulty questions. So now you get 5 strikes. Can you name the highest drafted defensive player in each of the last 10 drafts?
Oh shit!
Oh, okay.
Let Theo
I think
cook.
this one might be easier than the last one.
For you
but
guys,
we'll-
maybe, yeah.
We'll try. Okay, so we'll throw out some of the.
For my non-Adoree Jackson stands, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So this year it
it's
was
your weird
obviously.
lines.
I mean, Hunter counts because he's a corner.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
count
that
Hunter.
counts.
Yeah, it's either him or Abdul Carter. I'll
Trayvon
accept it.
Walker.
So it's the last 10 drafts. So it's starting in 16.
16 to 25. Yep.
Okay, so Garrett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can throw them out. I thought maybe you'd want to go in order, but yes, Trayvon Walker and Garrett are both correct.
Well, we skipped over 2024. It was Caleb. It was Jaden. It was Drake May was the 3rd pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was?
That's
Oh,
probably
there
the
was-
toughest one
there
on
was
the
an-
list, honestly.
Neighbors, it was Latu. Because
Yeah.
he fell
Bang,
all the
yeah.
way to
Good
50.
There you
pull.
go.
Good pull,
bang,
Theo.
bang, bang.
The longest any draft has ever gone in NFL history without a defensive player being selected. It was
Dude,
lost.
I was so hyped when he ended up being the first defensive player drafted.
Yeah.
He's so good. Or well,
He's
to
a
be
good pro.
determined. But
To be
he's
2018 goes Baker. Maybe it's I don't know. Or do you guys think it's easier to start from the closest ones? And then I don't know, man.
I think
I
you should.
saw
I
that,
think we
Matt.
should just name every
2018
first-round
is
quarterback.
Baker, Saquon.
Yeah. Darnold goes in this draft.
Oh, that's tough because there's I think the next 2 picks are both defensive players.
Was that a Josh Hines Allen draft? Were there 2
There's,
Josh Allens?
I
in
know
that
the
draft?
4th overall pick is a defensive player in 2018. That's Denzel Ward. I don't know if the 3rd pick
It's Darnold.
is a
I think you
defensive
should
player.
read
Yeah, yeah.
Denzel Ward.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then
Ward.
we'll go Denzel Ward.
Yeah, that's correct. You
Okay.
guys got it.
Who was
Was
the
Josh
3rd pick
Allen?
that
Was
year?
Josh Allen in that draft? Were there 2?
No, Josh Allen was the year after. Josh Allen might be the answer for 2019.
Okay.
Who was the 3rd
Guys,
pick in
please differentiate
18?
between Josh Hines Allen and Josh Allen. For God's sakes.
Someone please tell me who the 3rd pick in 2018 was.
It was Darnold. Logan said it like
Yeah.
4 times.
Oh, it was Darnold.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay,
There's-
yeah, I'm totally tweaking.
There's Josh Allen, and then there's Josh Patrick Allen.
Yeah.
2019 is the
Okay.
Kyler draft.
Yeah.
Kyler Quinnen Williams must have been first that year. 'cause
Yeah.
so many people thought he was
I
going to
think
go
he's
1.
right.
Incorrect.
I think Quinnen went 3rd, and there had to be.
Bosa then.
You're
Bosa
right.
is
That
correct.
Because that's
Yeah.
the Ed Oliver draft,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I don't know why I
That
call it the
is-
Ed Oliver draft.
Well, yeah, no, I like that.
Class.
Hey, I like that a lot.
You're
Well,
right,
because
though.
he
Yeah.
was getting like top 2
I know.
hype for a lot
He was
of the
he was
year.
supposed to be like Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
And he turned out to be something even better. a
My
Buffalo
1A,
Bill.
1B that year was Bosa and then Oliver.
My cowboy dreamboat riding
Dude,
around.
I thought I
horses.
was like, there is no way that they replace Rosen after 1 year. That was my thought. The entire draft was
It was
like,
insane.
there's no way.
There's no way.
Is 20?
They're
I'm
gonna
very
see
glad
him.
that I didn't have a platform for my Josh Rosen takes to be seen on.
Oh,
I
you
was
were
an
you were a
optimist.
Josh Rosen stan.
So was I. I
was
can't
an
even blame the
optimist.
guy.
First of all, raw tennis player. Okay, I think he was number 1 in
Raw
the
tennis.
Southwest region.
That,
when he
I
was
think
12.
that I think that alone would have been like off my board, undraftable.
Okay, that's super offensive. Hot tub in his dorm room. Sick. 1,000 IQ.
The most arrogant fucking pre-draft
Love it.
interview of all time.
Aaron Rodgers. So he's got the Aaron Rodgers gene. Love it. He's going to be a
Dude,
home run.
Rodgers wasn't
All the
even
signs
that
were there.
arrogant, man. He wasn't even that arrogant.
Oh, were you in the room?
I remember Rodgers' pre-draft interviews. Yeah, I've gone
There's
back
no
and
way
watched
he
them.
wasn't arrogant.
I feel like Rodgers has
Not
gotten
like
more
Rosen.
arrogant.
Rosen was different,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Is 2020 Simmons? Does that sound right? I'm trying to remember what quarterbacks go in that class.
Burrow and Love
Yeah.
and Tua and
Yeah,
so we went Burrow first.
Chase Young. It's Chase Young, right?
Chase Young is correct.
Yes. Good pull.
21. Is it Hutchinson?
No, that was
No.
the Trayvon Walker draft.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got 21. Or Carson, we're missing 22.
You are missing 21. You're missing 23, and you're missing 2016.
Okay, 2023 was right. We started.
We started
that
with
the
Garrett.
I'm noticing
sure
a
it's-
giddy Matthew Sponhour.
It's not Hutchinson.
No, Hutchinson was the same year as Trayvon Walker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he was the second pick.
Is
of that
Sponhour
draft.
getting giddy because it's like J.C. Horn or something like that, man?
J.C. Horn is correct for 2021.
Look at that eyebrow action from Matt, man.
You know me, man. How many are you guys missing? Because you haven't gone in
2.
order. You've gone all over
It's
the.
missing
23
23
and
and 16?
Correct.
Okay.
23.
Look at him, Matthew's killing me. He's still giddy.
Derek it was just Derek Brown is it painted all over his face.
Do we have like all of our strikes left?
Yeah, you have 4 left. You only
Yeah, we
missed
tried.
once.
I ripped Quinnen Williams.
Well, so I mean, we can afford to miss one here.
Well, let's see. 2023. How did that draft
That's
start?
Bryce
before
Young,
Caleb?
right?
Bryce,
Yeah.
Stroud, Richardson was
then,
in there.
No, then the first defensive player is Will Anderson.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Bang!
Good
Let's
call.
go, Blaiden.
There we go. So now
And
we're
then
just
16.
2016.
So this is Goff. This is
Wentz.
Wentz. This is the Laramie Tunsil gas mask.
Who goes
Yep.
third?
I was going to say, you skipped right over
You
him.
got it.
Is
Look
Goff
deep into Matthew's eyes.
third?
Boy, he's a
Is-
charmer.
We've already got Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa
Oh,
is
dang.
correct.
Yes.
It's a Bosa dynasty at the top of the draft.
Because that was
well
the
done,
Zeke.
gentlemen.
That was the Zeke draft. Yes.
That was Ramsey,
This is the
Zeke,
Eli Apple draft.
Eli.
I like how we can just declare whatever draft we want. It's whatever player.
You
Who
can.
remembers the Dayton Jones draft?
One.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to stick with the first round theme here. Can you guys name 5 first-round wideouts with 100 or fewer career catches since 2000?
I love it so
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Immediate. Oh. Who is the Panther who
He's
got
getting
in
in his
trouble
bag.
like
He's
immediately?
getting in his bag.
This is early 2000s. I cannot remember his name to save my life. He maybe played like one season.
Let me see.
His
Should
name
Can we
just
just take the
completely-
layups? Because there's a bunch of layups coming to my mind.
Well, okay, here's before we get into the layups and you just get
Yeah.
them all correctly. You know who's like super borderline for me?
Who?
I'm not officially guessing this. Laquan Treadwell has to be like
Yeah, no,
teetering.
he does not have 100 catches. That would be
he played a little
incredible.
bit. He got a little bit of burn for the Jaguars.
100, you think?
100's probably too much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I think there's even easier layups.
That is.
Okay,
So, like,
go ahead.
Kevin White has to be here.
Yes. Kevin White is here. He's the 4th name on the list.
100 just doesn't
20
feel like that much, man.
It's not that
28.
many. You are making me hesitate. Okay, so let's discuss. John Ross, do we think he got there? I don't think so,
100
right?
catches is kind of like a deep threat. I mean, he had injury issues, right?
Yeah, he barely
So
played.
that means that the volume's probably. We have 5 strikes,
Yeah.
and we
Let's
need
guess
to
John
get
Ross.
5.
John Ross, I was on the fence about because we are excluding active wideouts, but he's still a free agent, so it's correct.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
so they
excluding
gotta
active
be-
wideouts. Okay. That's
Active
good.
wideouts are excluded.
So is Treadwell active and then therefore can't be guessed? He's like, he was with the Colts. Shout out Treadwell, dude.
I
But
think
he's a free agent
still
now,
on the
right?
Colts roster.
I love that we're making this
you're-
all about
he's-
Laquan Treadwell.
Let me
He's
go
got
get my
his own
jersey
name,
real
man.
quick.
I mean,
man.
that class is incredible because Corey Coleman's
Who is
there,
the-
sucked. He's going to be over 100 catches. Josh Doxson's there, not very good, but he's going to be easily way over 100 catches. But Corey
The
Coleman's
Panthers
closer,
guy
he'll still be
is
over
just killing me, dude.
so I think
Laquan Treadwell.
this
He got
one-
like
I-
he got
I
in trouble
think-
for like murder. He went to prison for like a long time.
Well, we've all been there.
Is there a since with this?
Since
2000.
2000.
2000.
I will tell you,
Charlie-
Matt, the guy you're thinking of was drafted before 2000.
Okay.
He was drafted late 90s.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
You're
you.
thinking of Ray
Okay.
Caruth.
Ray Caruth? He's
That's who
pulling
I'm
the Ray
thinking.
Caruth out? Yeah, he did go to
That's
prison.
He go to prison. He was drafted before 2000, and he did catch 135 passes.
He was nice.
He caught
though. Nice when he
135. I didn't
played.
think he. Okay.
Baller.
Well, it was a terrible guess. and I got it
Whoa!
wrong.
Wait! Not to take this in a morbid place, but is Henry Ruggs over 100?
Yes, Henry
Henry
Ruggs.
Ruggs is
Oh,
under
yeah.
100. What about again morbid? Charles Rogers.
Yes,
Oh,
Charles
man.
Rogers this year. So you guys just
Okay.
have one more name to go.
One more, and they can't be active.
Laquan Treadwell is active.
Let's just let it rip. We have 5 strikes. Say it, Matt. Let Treadwell rip.
What?
Yes,
He's
I'm
active.
He's active.
Oh, all right, I didn't.
He's
know.
Treadwell
active.
also has 111.
He has
career
111.
catches.
Wow,
I'm-
he did get
I'm
over.
telling you,
You're
my
right, you're right.
He's borderline, dude. He got burned
Yeah.
for the Jaguars, and that's probably what did it. I would love to know how many catches he had for good old Jacksonville, bro.
Okay.
He's a demon.
33
He was
catches in
for a
Jacksonville.
time.
That's not his
Yeah.
career high in catches, though.
That doesn't surprise me.
Let's think about other just major busts at receiver. Oh, what about Jonathan Baldwin?
Jonathan Baldwin. Carson, you also glossed over other correct answers. Corey Coleman's a correct answer. Josh Doxson would have been a correct answer.
Really?
You guys
yeah.
overrate it. You guys
Yeah,
overrated.
Shout out some
Doxson.
other
Well,
guys here.
Well,
N'Keal
when it's
Harry?
like Treadwell was at 100 is just not that many. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
really bad.
Jalen
How many
Rager.
did Coleman and
Legend.
Rager? Wow, Rager doesn't even have 100 though. Like
Tony.
100 is nothing.
Okay, yeah. So the thing is, like, I was thinking Doxson had back-to-back 500-yard seasons. Treadwell's never done anything like that, but he just hung around longer.
Yeah.
He won't give up. He's got that stick-to-itiveness.
He won't die,
Justin
man.
Blackman.
Oh, yeah.
wow,
Blackman.
Justin
Yeah,
Blackman
yeah.
didn't even get
93, man.
Yeah, no, we
Wow.
definitely could have. After Kevin White, I feel like is the guy you think was super highly
You guys
drafted.
cooked, though.
Corey Coleman
Yeah, that was a
only
great
had
question, Logan.
61 catches. I guess he got a lot of targets because they like drafted him in the first round, but Yeah, he just sucked.
That's what I figured. I mean, he must have been wide receiver 1 for that like winless Browns team.
Yeah,
or
but like
whatever.
they
I'm
had the
like,
worst
okay, well.
quarterback in the world, and he also himself
Yeah, but I
was
figured
terrible.
I figured just like off the basis of like you get enough targets, you're gonna get 100
right.
catches at
Dude,
a point.
I can't believe like everybody was spamming receivers first round in that draft, and they all sucked. That's kind of unbelievable.
It's so rare. That's just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the first round receivers. First round receiver is one of the most reliable.
The hit rate these days is insane. So high.
It's like everyone's good, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody's not good. 100 catches bad.
Yeah.
And
That was
the
an awesome
only
question, Logan.
one, there were 4 guys taken. The only one in the league is Laquan Treadwell.
The most
2016 first round.
Shout
I
out.
stuck around, bro.
My
the
God.
most
Well-
surprising part about that to me was the fact that John Ross has 11 touchdowns somehow.
Oh, he's a big play machine.
That's more than I thought. He also
Speed
played
kills.
in 2024,
Oh yeah.
which is crazy.
Was he on the Giants?
He was on the
John Ross?
Eagles. He was.
wow.
He has a ring.
Shout out
What
to
the
him.
hell? I did not realize that at all. All right, gentlemen. Your hard NFL draft question is a whole lot of fun. The Cleveland Browns were very active at the quarterback position in this year's draft. In fact, they took 2 of them, and they've taken plenty throughout this century. So, can you name every quarterback the Browns have drafted since 2000?
Cookies.
Blaiden, you got to go
Cookies.
crazy.
Oh my
'cause-
God. Everyone they've
In fact, just by
drafted-
knowing you, I think I
Blaiden,
would
we
go
got this.
crazy on
Blaiden,
this.
we
'Cause
got
I've
this,
thought
man.
about it so
Trust.
much because of you.
Trust, Blaiden. We got this, man.
Okay, I try not to think about it so much because it gives me too much heartbreak, but let's do it.
You think about it all the time.
Okay, well.
Dylan Gabriel.
And Shador Sanders are the first 2. So I'm trying to think.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I'm trying to think of I'll throw Baker in there, but I'm trying to think if there's anyone more recent than
Manziel.
Manziel's. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's any like late round guys that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah,
other
same.
Than,
I mean, we're gonna have Cody Kessler too. Anybody in that 2019 to 20
Deshaun
Kaiser.
Kaiser. Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon Whedon,
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Colt McCoy, Brady
Colt
Quinn.
McCoy, Brady Quinn.
We've got 10.
Here-
We've got 10 strikes on
here's-
this one, right?
And you guys only
We've
have
got
3
10.
names left.
Is Spurgeon win on? Did he crack 2000?
Yeah,
Does
he's
he?
2000.
Was that 99 or was that 2000?
2000.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Luke
They didn't
McCown.
draft
Luke
one of the
McCown gets
McCowns.
drafted by
Yeah.
the Browns.
Yeah.
2004.
Oh.
And Anderson isn't drafted by Cleveland.
No.
I
What year was?
don't think Kelly Holcomb was. I think Holcomb was a Bill before he was. A
No,
Brown.
never mind. I was gonna say something stupid.
Who am I not?
Don't do that.
Yeah, please, Blaiden,
Ah,
for the sake of the pod.
I won't. I
We
won't.
can't be looking like dum-dums.
I will. I'll ask a question. Was Connor Shaw drafted by the Browns?
I like it.
No.
Okay.
That's a
But
good
I like
guess.
where your head's at.
He's
South
in that-
Carolina
That
legend.
was
Yeah.
it was a very South Carolina legend. That was a very honorable guess.
It was a
That
very
was very
honorable
honorable.
guess.
You guys only have 1 left. I mean, you almost did it perfectly.
Like
And you
straight
still have
down the
9.
list.
Well, no, you bounced around a little bit, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Can
think
you
about
can
what
you
year
tell
we-
us before or after 2010?
absolutely, I can tell you before.
Okay, this should be easy.
Yeah, Logan, you'll get this one easily.
Before 2010.
2009. I don't think they drafted quarterback. Who would their starter have been?
I'm gonna go look this up.
Who was what year was?
Oh, it's I know, it's Charlie Fry.
Charlie
Oh,
Fry.
good pull. Good pull.
Good work, gentlemen. Good work.
I think about the Browns quarterbacks way more often than I should.
You guys made the
Um,
hard question look easy, and the easy one was the hardest.
It was.
Well done.
That was a hard question.
Who was the 2000 guy that you named?
Spurgeon Wynn.
Spurgeon
He
Wynn.
transferred from Texas State to Minnesota before he
Yes.
went to the NFL.
You didn't know that, Theo?
No.
He literally, that guy played in 1 career game.
Yeah, he was bad. He was
Hey,
bad.
You guys
not
don't all
good.
have monuments to Spurgeon win? You guys don't all have your
It
shrines?
says
and
he
all?
has 3 starts.
My
You
fault.
liars.
Logan,
He has
you
3
are
starts
full of
and
shit.
7 interceptions.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's nuts.
that's a ratio I like.
And 23 sacks.
The guy that
I'm
I
holding
was,
on to my Spurgeon win stock, man.
You should.
7 sacks. 30 sacks plus interceptions in 3 games. So he's taken pretty much 10 drive killing plays per game. And there's like 13 drives.
And my toxic trait is I still believe in him.
Oh yeah.
The Browns had a pretty low hit rate on their quarterbacks, as were these guys. Can you name every first-round quarterback since 2000 with fewer than 5,000 career passing yards?
Paxton Lynch.
Yes.
Bang.
Not even. You guys want to take a guess? Take a guess at how many he's got.
Like, I mean,
200.
he, are
He
we-
played in
are
one
we-
game, right?
Hold up. Are we counting like guys who are just drafted?
So active quarterbacks are excluded.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, for Paxton
then-
Lynch, I'm gonna guess he had 700 career yards.
792.
Yeah.
Here, I'll not to burn any of our strikes. Manziel didn't get the 5K.
Manziel
did
That
No,
was
no
correct.
chance. No chance.
Okay. Okay, let me hit you with another Browns one then while we're on the topic. Not a guess. I'm conferring with Carson. You
Yeah.
think Whedon got there? How many games did he started more games, but I don't remember how many that would have actually been. Well,
tell
here's the
ya,
thing. So Whedon
mind-
was drafted in 2012, right?
Yes.
Okay. By 14, he definitely was not the
Yeah,
starter
I like
for
it.
Cleveland
I don't
anymore.
think Whedon got to 5K. Let's rip it.
I think it's going to be close.
Brandon Whedon started all of that 2011 campaign, I believe.
No.
12.
Or 2012 with Peyton
Please don't
Hillis.
say it. No.
So he's got 6,400.
Damn, my bad,
career
my
yards.
bad. Okay, here's one that I like. Jimmy Clausen. Should we let that rip?
Clausen
do
was
you
not
think?
a first rounder.
Oh, you're so right. Mel Kiper got in my head for a second.
Clausen was a second round of Panthers. I don't think
Yeah.
had a first rounder that year, possibly.
Dude, I will never forget. I pulled Jimmy Clausen like 1 of 10 card, and I was like, "Dude, this shit's gonna be worth some money one day, man."
Bryce doesn't have 5,000. Fucking idiot.
We're not doing active guys apparently, but
Yeah, give him a
Bryce,
chance
that's
before
wh-
burying him.
that's why I
Theo.
asked.
So,
Anthony
let's-
Richardson
Andy
does
does have 5,000.
Does Anthony Richardson have 500?
oh, you cut him to the core, Matt. Jeez, go easy. Okay, I mean, Jamarcus, I think would have gotten over 5,000.
Well,
started-
Jamarcus is a particularly big bust because I know he was like out of the league very, very quickly.
He started. No,
And
I don't
he-
think
his
Jamarcus would be there.
numbers
He
were
started
awful.
like 17, 18 career games. I don't think Jamarcus got there.
Oh, and he was put. I mean, his numbers were like
Yeah.
bordering on 50% completion percentage type shit.
Well, no,
I think
maybe
Jamarcus
he
is
started
very
more
good.
than. Yeah, let's rip it.
I think
Is
so.
Jamarcus
dude.
here, Logan?
Sip and walk. Jamarcus Russell is here.
Yeah.
Second to last guy on.
Okay.
How many?
4,000. Almost flat.
Okay.
You guys have got 3. You've got 8 to go.
Let's
8 to
think
go.
about.
Oh,
other-
actually, there's only 10 names on here because I wrote down Trey Lance. I forgot that Trey Lance is still in the league. That's on
Oh,
me.
he's still giving it his
Okay.
best. No, that's fair. That's very fair. Let's.
Let's go draft by draft backwards until
Yeah, I
mean
don't mind that. So, I mean, Josh Rosen
Yes,
is here.
Rosen.
correct. You guys do have
Still
one
in
more
on
Brown
him.
here. I'll give you that.
One
The
more
Quan
first
Trevor
round
of
pick
quarterbacks.
Brown since 2000. First round pick, so it's not Kaiser. They just named all of them.
I know.
It's not it's not Whedon. We already guessed Manziel. It's definitely
Kaiser
not
was
Baker.
second round.
Kaiser was a second round pick.
Oh no, is it Colt
Tim Couch
McCoy,
was
do you think?
99.
Yeah,
Colt,
Tim Couch was
McCoy,
99.
Colt McCoy is a first round. I don't think so.
Oh, it's got to be. It's okay. Sorry, I know I've said it's got to be a couple, but it's got to be Brady Quinn, right?
It is Brady Quinn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Okay, that
5
was a good
names
guess. So
to
we-
go.
5 names to go.
You guys, I believe, still have 9 strikes. So
I was liking our strategy of working our way backwards. Just
You
through
got to
draft
really
classes.
flame out is the thing.
2018 we covered. 2017 is Trubisky, Mahomes, Deshaun.
I don't think you guys have anybody left past like 2015. I think everybody else is before.
That's tough because that's when my.
Well, time
knowledge
for
of
me to
who all
put
went
on
in
the
the
cape
first
then
round.
and save you, my damsel in distress.
Yeah.
They're all prominent. I mean, they're all first round guys.
Yeah.
Right. Their name. Well, this the issue is like there's a difference between like knowing them when their name is said, knowing them when you're listening to somebody else guess them, and being like, oh, right, and then like guessing it yourself.
So obviously Ryan Leaf is 98. I'm just thinking about big busts now. Early 2000s.
And strange, nobody pre 2005. You're in that range. Everybody is
interesting.
2005 to
Ooh,
2014.
no, he would have. No. Oh, okay. Jake Locker wouldn't have gotten to 5K,
Yes.
right?
Jake
Yeah.
Locker
Who was
is
who was
the
who
last
was
guy
who was
on
the
this list.
who was the other guy?
I think Blaine Gabbert maybe did get to 5K,
Okay.
but I don't think Christian Ponder would have gotten to 5K.
That's incorrect. That's going to be your second strike.
No.
The reason
Damn.
Locker didn't get to 5K is just because he retired. He didn't want to play ball anymore.
Yeah.
And
I
then
wouldn't
Ponder
have either.
actually won 10 games that one year because Adrian
Yeah.
Peterson
I know, but
carried
he
his
barely
ass.
played outside of that.
Yeah, but I mean, he played 16. If you play
If you
a
play
year and a
full
half,
season
you're
as a
probably
starter,
going to
yeah.
get it. Yeah,
he
that's
played
fair.
at least he played almost his entire rookie contract in Minnesota.
You got to use.
He's not good.
No, he did not
played.
start past his second year.
He got some decent burn. He was
But I
gone by
believe that
2014 because that's when they got Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, Teddy Two Gloves. Okay.
Yeah,
so
Ponder. No, Theo's right. Ponder played 3 years and then was benched by the final year. For
he started
Teddy
3
B.
years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
he
my
was the
bad.
week 1 starter, 2013.
Wow.
Three
Okay.
interceptions, cool.
He was balling.
He was balling out.
I'm thinking about just like unremarkable first rounders. You know, Vince Young would have gotten
Okay.
there. Jason Campbell.
Right. I thought
way
about yeah.
past,
Okay. Well, who
yeah.
all was drafted quarterback wise first round 14? I mean, that would have been 13 was
13. There was nobody,
right.
right? Wasn't Gino?
No, was Gino the first rounder or was it EJ Manuel?
Oh, EJ Manuel. Yeah, he's here.
Dang, I cannot believe Carson did not rip EJ Manuel.
Great
That is
pull,
correct.
great pull, Matthew. Sorry, let me go
Okay.
hang my
So
head in
14
shame.
then was the Jameis Mariota year, right? And
3 names
13
to
was-
go. And I'm sorry.
No, 15 is Jameis Mariota.
I lied to you
Right,
guys.
right,
There
right.
is one more quarterback in 2019.
2019.
So that's the Kyler year.
That's a pretty big hint.
This one's a little.
That is
This
a pretty
one's
big hint.
this one's
Oh.
sad.
Oh yeah, Dwayne Haskins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins.
Damn.
Next two
Okay.
guys, I'm really surprised that they're the final names to be guessed because, like you were saying, Matt, some of these guys are hard to think of as first round picks. These guys are notable. These guys are very, very memorable.
I mean, there's not that many
Is
drafts
Matt
to go
Leinart
through.
here?
Matt Leinart
Yeah, that
is
makes
correct.
sense.
You've got one more to go.
Ooh.
We've got one more to go. Who is? Oh, Tim Tebow, bro. Yeah.
And that's the list. Well done.
Yeah.
y'all.
Okay. Sweet. All right, gentlemen. We will move on now to our second round, which is the Stay Hot Teams trivia. So we both have prepared a question about each of your team. There will be a Panthers question, a Browns question, and a Packers question. We'll start off with the easy one, for which you have 3 strikes. Which future Hall of Famer did Brett Favre complete his first career pass to?
Himself. It was Brett
Yeah,
Favre.
Brett Favre.
That is correct.
I knew that one.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. We got to keep pace. Hopefully these guys mess up on this one. I don't have questions for each of you guys. I came up with a Panthers and Bills question for you two guys.
Oh.
So
I
we're going to
see.
start with a Panthers cue. Can you guys name me both quarterbacks to throw for 400 yards in a single game for the Panthers? 2 names.
Cam did it once, right?
Cam did it twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
And clearly this other one is ridiculous in some way. So it's not gonna
Okay.
be
Well,
like, oh,
so we can. The good news is that there have just not been that many Carolina Panthers
Right.
quarterbacks because the team is pretty fresh. And this wouldn't be a very interesting question if it was Jake Delhomme.
exactly. So it's not going to be Delhomme.
So it's
I mean,
not going to be
Burline did have the
Delhomme.
monster season, but I feel like it's going to be even sillier than that. Kerry Collins, I mean, but these all feel like they're too logical.
Kerry Collins does come to mind. I'm trying to think of I don't think Derek Anderson came in and backed up and had a game that good, albeit he did
Probably
win
not.
both of his starts in 2014, so shout out to him.
Legend.
I don't think Kyle Allen came in and had a game like that unless you remember it.
No, I don't remember.
I don't think Will Greer did it in his one
No
start.
chance. Will Greer did it. No.
I'm just thinking of
Yeah. You're good for throwing out names.
Okay, no, 400's a lot.
What are you thinking?
Dalton didn't get to 400 when he had that really.
He
good
was
game,
balling.
did he?
He was balling.
He had a great game, but 400
I don't think
is
400.
400.
I don't think 400. That's 400.
I don't think Bryce has had a game like that. Who else has
No.
even played, bro? I mean,
has balled out,
nobody
though.
did it for the 2010 Panthers, no. And that
No,
would have
we're
been.
not
I
gonna do
can't
it.
Jimmy
even.
Clausen
Clausen
was
or the
swinging the rock
boys.
like that.
No,
It
legendary.
was like
team.
it was like Clausen. It was like Matt Moore. It was like the Saint
Did you guys see
something guy.
Speaking of Clausen, did you guys see
Yeah.
the moment? I think it was on this year's draft coverage when fucking Mel Kiper was like, quarterback's a crapshoot in the draft anyway. And it's like, just for you, bruh. It's just like, why are you lumping all of us into it, man?
No, it is. It is. I mean, in terms of every position,
But it's
at
like,
every
no,
level,
I
quarterback is
agree.
the
I
hardest to
agree
predict.
fundamentally. But it's like, why are you making that point, Mel? It's
Because
like,
he said he bet his career on Jimmy Clausen. You got to pivot after that.
he's trying to hedge. Yeah, he's
you
trying
can't
to
give
hedge,
up your
man.
career.
If
gotta
Jimmy
start
Clausen
feeling
isn't
it.
a
Everybody
starter
thought
in this
Jimmy
league in
Clausen was gonna
7
be the
years,
best.
you could have my job.
Okay, I mean, I think that this is the right strategy. Just keep naming dudes, basically.
I mean, that's the extent of like from Cam on. I think I've named literally everybody.
Yeah.
You know
it's not
who
gonna be David
potentially,
Carr.
potentially. Did Teddy Bridgewater have a big game? I can't remember if he did, but he's
400
at least.
passing, you think?
They had 3,000
Teddy Bridgewater.
receiving
Teddy
yard
Bridgewater.
seasons that year. 3,000-yard receivers, man.
It's unbelievable. Shout out Teddy. He's a baller. I always like Teddy Two Gloves, but I don't
My
know.
goat.
But there's no name
Teddy
who
Bridgewater
we've
would
said.
never put up a.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to get inside Logan's mind here and
Thank
think
you
about
for
why
running
he's asked this
counterintelligence,
question.
Theo.
Sorry.
What the hell is it? Okay, well, you're all in
Yeah,
my head
I'm
now.
playing Jedi mind tricks.
You
on
are.
you,
You
yeah.
are.
Bridgewater probably never had a 300-yard game.
And now Theo's hating.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, why do I want to guess Kerry Collins? That doesn't feel right. It's got to be more fun. Logan laughed when he
Well,
asked
let's
the question.
hold-
or was he just
hold on,
laughing
can
at
I-
the pathetic nature of the franchise? Again, no hate.
Can I ask for can I ask to use one of our strikes for a specific hint?
Yeah, sure. I have one for you guys. So, this guy has something very major in common with Cam Newton.
Okay. Auburn. God, I hope
Auburn-
Logan doesn't mean this racially, or I'm going to punch him through the screen.
I don't mean it racially. I don't.
Auburn,
Mean it racially.
Florida, or first overall pick.
I mean in terms
Or
of
Blaine College.
Or
First overall pick. I mean, so that makes me think Vinny, but no chance. That makes me also think David Carr, but like, do you think it's David Carr? Are we doing this right now? No, I think. Okay, what else could it be? I mean, mobile quarterback.
that would be so annoying if it's like they were within 2 inches of each other
No,
at
it's-
height at the
it's something.
combine.
It's something very specific that Cam accomplished.
Heisman,
He-
Scram Newton.
Heisman or MVP.
Heisman, you think? Well, it
I
can't
don't
be
know.
an
It-
MVP, right? You guys haven't had another guy.
Well,
who's
is there
an
somebody who won an
but
MVP and then?
I don't think so.
Yes, Russell Westbrook is the correct answer.
Oh,
well done, guys.
did not see that one coming.
He's taking his talents to Carolina.
Dude, maybe national champion, maybe
Yeah.
if it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
The big Cam Newton accomplishments are MVP, Heisman.
And
Maybe you could count first overall pick, I guess, or national
think-
champion.
you're right. He did say an accomplishment.
Oh.
Yeah, did you just look who it is?
No, I didn't look
Because
up
I-
who it is. You just said. I just remembered somebody who
Theo
played.
just had a
in Panthers
flashback to
history.
Vietnam, 1972.
Here-
Just
Can I-
okay.
can I
Hold
give-
on. Hold on.
I don't know
Now
if
he's
this guy had the 400 yards game.
just remembered somebody who played. So
we
we're
hadn't
forgetting
mentioned him probably.
somebody.
But Theo might have been totally spaced out, not listening to us, thinking about birds the whole time we were talking.
Probably. And the thing is that he definitely was doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Theo, just keep making noises over there, man. You're really doing great
All
work.
right, dude. Hey, this is.
Theo, can I get a Yoda death noise?
A what?
Can I get a Yoda death noise from Lego Star Wars?
I mean, the number 1 overall pick, like you do have Bryce, obviously. There's kind of a few of those guys, but I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, but Bryce hasn't had a 400-yard game. 400 yards?
I know that's so many. We should remember this. You should remember this. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am.
It's okay,
I honestly am.
But you got EJ Manuel before me, so I should be ashamed of
You
myself.
guys have 2 guesses left, 2 strikes left.
Bryce had his career high against the Packers in that one Christmas game. It wasn't 400.
Significant accomplishment in common with Cam.
Logan, could I give them a somewhat obscure?
I don't want to give them any free. We kind of need our lick back, bruh.
That's true. I don't think this would actually help them, but
Yeah, I think you're
trust
good.
I trust your judgment.
I don't know. I won't do it. Are you sure?
Is this a hint that leads them to the right?
This is a player.
Is this a
This
hint
is a
that leads
player.
them to the right answer?
This is a player that we struggled with in a trivia the last time we were on here.
Oh, now I'm accessing my memory database.
I don't think that's.
Carson
I don't think
in
that's
his
actually gonna
eidetic
help.
memory
but I
are going
just
to come back to bite us on the ass.
Clearly, my memory is malfunctioning already, as is. Struggled with a question about last time.
The issue with this question is that it's just so hard because it's based on one game. We've named a
one
gracious
game, yeah.
plenty of QBs.
We've named a shit ton of dudes, so he's got to be tricky. Clearly, he's tripping everybody up. He's a tricky.
Right. So
bastard,
it's
this
not
fella.
it's not Delhomme or Derek Anderson or
No.
Dalton or so. It's
can't
not
be.
one of those like sneaky.
I keep thinking about Chris Wenke. There's literally zero chance he had 400 yards in a game.
What accomplishment?
I'm going to put a
Well,
shot
he was
clock
a
on you guys. You
college
guys got
national champion,
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. That's very reasonable. Should we ask for another hint? Just like
I
if
think
we
so.
can get.
I don't think that hurts.
Can we get a timeline hint here, Logan?
You guys have named the quarterback.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm trying to think
sense.
about what other hint I could give you about this guy. Pre-2010. I can give you that.
Okay.
Pre-2010.
All right.
Okay.
So it's not Baker. That was the Heisman I was thinking of.
Oh,
But he
yeah,
never
that's
would
what-
have.
but
He
Baker.
never even had a good game on the Panthers,
Right.
much less.
But
400
I mean,
yards.
yeah, we didn't even mention Baker Darnold. We didn't
Okay.
mention that.
I
era of
mean,
Panthers.
here's
That makes me think it's one of the number 1 picks. But Vinny would not have done this with the Panthers. No chance. David Carr sucked.
Who? David Carr hitting that many. I mean,
With the Panthers, too? I just don't see it. But it's got to be somebody with a notable accomplishment in common with Cam.
I mean,
It's definitely got to be a football player.
okay, and probably quarterback too.
Probably. I would think so. Although maybe that's the trick.
You guys are cooking.
I mean,
right
what are our
Walls.
options here?
You're right. It's Joe Webb,
go.
famous Panthers quarterback Joe Webb. Well
Shout
done,
out to
guys.
Joe Webb,
Shout out Joe Webb.
famous special team.
Good.
he ran 400 yards when they punted. 10 times.
So what are our options here? I mean, Winky, Vinny, Carr, Collins, Burline, right?
Yeah, but if we want to narrow it down to the accomplishment, I think the group
Okay.
gets even smaller because I don't know what Burline or
Who does it get
Collins
down
would
to
have
then?
in common. I think
Okay, no more
Wenke, but
Collins.
there's literally no chance. I don't feel good about any of these guys. I'm wondering if there's somebody who we're missing. I think we have to let one rip at least.
You guys have
Oh, yeah.
20 seconds.
Okay, David Carr.
It's Chris Winky.
It's Chris
Winky,
No fucking way.
423 yards on 61 attempts against the Giants in 06. His
One touchdown.
He's the
3
worst football
interceptions,
player
and
of all
they
time.
They lost 27-13.
the accomplishment he has in common with Cam is a national championship.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? He was 1 in 14 his rookie
I
year.
really couldn't believe Blaiden. I can't believe that when Blaiden said that, I thought it was going to be like a light bulb for you guys.
I didn't remember.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
you
like
guys,
we
you
had
guys,
that-
you guys got your lick back with a tough, easy question.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You guys got your lick back. Damn, that's my bad, Matt. Wow. I
It's
just did not
okay.
think he was capable of it. Truly did not think that he was capable of it at any point.
It's okay. I thought maybe it would be him because first overall pick isn't quite as much of an accomplishment.
You're right.
It
You're
is, but like,
You're right. That's fair.
Did you think that was gonna give it that hint from me was gonna give it away, Logan?
I did not remember
I did,
that.
honestly. I thought
mean,
it was
they didn't
gonna
think about
trigger
Derek
something in
Carr.
Carson. Winky, to this day, is the oldest player ever drafted still in NFL history,
He's
man. I
28.
bet that.
Don't take
Wow.
that guy. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to your medium question, which is about the Cleveland Browns. Since 2005, the Browns have had 10 players eclipse 1,000 receiving yards in a season. Can you name them all?
Terrell Pryor.
Why is that everybody's first thought, man? That's so funny.
That's correct.
it's just such a legendary season.
Yeah.
It's such
dude.
a legendary
It
season.
really is.
What was the year again?
Odell must have done
05.
it once.
No, hold
Since
your
05.
horses. Hold your horses. I don't know. I don't know if. I feel like Landry or Odell are. Odell really didn't have a great year with Cleveland, though.
No.
His dad had beef with Baker.
I
Baker.
would guess that Odell did not have 1,000 yards with Cleveland.
I'm. Should I rip Braylon Edwards?
With Cleveland?
Braylon had
no, I'm
17
thinking
TDs
of I'm thinking of someone else. You're good. I think Braylon Edwards probably did.
I'm going to say Braylon Edwards.
That's correct.
I
Gary Barnage. Gary Barnage did it.
That's correct.
my.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
He's
Shout out to
he's
the big
he's
tight
one of the
end.
sneakiest 1,000-yard tight end seasons
Crazy.
ever.
That's
Shout out
hard.
Gary Barnage, dude.
Yeah, Gary.
Let's
Barnes
see.
might go. Josh Gordon. I don't think we've said him yet.
Yeah.
Kellen
Correct. Shout out
Winslow. Kellen
Flash.
Winslow did it, and that's it, right?
That's it. You. I
Oh, we
mean,
got
that's
one
not
more.
It.
I thought that
You
was
got
all
5 more. There's 10.
Oh, I thought there was 5.
I really
My
think
bad, my
Odell
bad.
clipped it. I think he's low 1,000s.
I think
guys have 5
Jarvis
strikes if you
might.
wanna-
I think
if you wanna
Jarvis
rip.
might have eclipsed it.
I say
but
let's rip
I don't-
both.
Both are
Okay.
correct.
Wow, Odell did get it. Really? How
Odell
Odell
got
has
it. It must have been,
1035.
Yeah.
Just
he
made
just clipped it.
Okay.
They did in the same year, 2019.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Dwayne Bowe never did it, did he?
No. That's
Bowe-
who I was
he-
like. There's no chance.
He's the
No,
one guy.
don't.
There's no chance.
Yeah, no
you
zero
think-
chance. I promise you.
Do you think Judy or Amari Cooper?
Judy just did it. He had
Yeah,
like
Judy just
1,300.
did it. Yes.
Cooper probably did it too.
Cooper, the only player to do it twice. You guys are only missing the furthest player back on this list.
Judy did it
You're
too.
cooking.
Is there a
Yeah.
like a Musin
You're thinking of Mohamed Massaquoi, and
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
it's not going to be him because James Harrison can cuss him out of the league. Unfortunately, shout out the Player Safety Initiative.
Shout out.
Shout out the player.
Okay,
safety
so let's.
initiative.
Is it 1,000 receiving yards or 1,000 all-purpose?
It's receiving.
It's
Okay.
06 or 05 is what we're looking at because Braylon would have done it in 07 before he went to the New York Jets. So
Yeah.
we're looking at my first thought is like Antonio Bryant, who was not there long but
Ooh.
was good. We still got 5 strikes, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Antonio Bryant.
Bingo! Clean,
Damn.
flawless
Good
work from the
pull.
team.
Nice.
Well
Good
done,
shit.
gentlemen.
All right, guys.
Zero
I got
misses.
a really fun one for you. So it's the intersection of your 2 favorite teams, the Bills and the Panthers. This is your medium question. Can you name me 5 players to play for both the Bills and the
Absolutely.
Panthers?
Dude, we were the Buffalo Panthers for a while, but you go first. Matt.
It's because of yeah. Well, first off, you're gonna have Calvin Benjamin,
That's correct.
Yep.
Popeye's
Mike
biscuit.
Tolbert,
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Starla Tulele,
Yes.
Bang.
Mario Addison.
Mario
Dude,
Addison.
I didn't even write some of these guys down because I was like, these are way too hard for you guys to
There's
get.
gotta be. There's
Mike
gotta be
Tolbert
one.
was the easiest one, man.
Yeah, Star was my first thought.
Yep.
Who's another one?
There's somebody you guys just got. I swear. I feel like I saw somebody post about like, oh, I didn't know that there was like one more guy. No, I don't want to. I don't want to pull this because like I don't want to be
Why not?
wrong.
Let it rip.
But like, we got 5 strikes.
Yeah,
right?
we got 5 strikes. Let it rip.
Is Shaq Thompson? Did he just sign there to like
Yes.
the 90 man?
Yeah,
Does
he
that
did.
count? I think it counts. Why
He
not?
Because
hasn't played
it's
a game,
like-
but I mean, if he's on the
God.
roster, I'll count it.
No way.
Do you have to make the 53 man? What's the policy?
Shaq
here?
Thompson is correct. You guys made like
Yeah,
Oh my
because he's the
God.
last. He's the last
Fuck.
guy who is from the organization that, like, the dudes who left to the Bills. That's why there's been so many guys. So
Yeah.
all those dudes we just named were like 2015 Panthers as well.
Yeah. Let's freaking go.
That-
Can we
that's
get some other names on the
ridiculous.
list, Logan? Do
Yeah,
you have in
I
front of
mean,
you?
yeah, I'm surprised you guys cooked that so quick. I mean, Kyle Allen, Derek Anderson, Razul Douglas, Stephon Gilmore, Chris Hogan, Josh Norman, Frank Reich, Curtis Samuel, Joe Webb.
Curtis Samuel, of course, yeah.
You guys crushed that.
Curtis
class.
Samuel.
I mean, it literally there
Shout
was
out.
an offseason where we were bringing in all of the former Panthers.
It was
Matt went
all the
through most
guys
of
from
them
that
off rip.
team. You guys were just
Yeah.
like bringing yeah.
Yeah, we were in love. McDermott was in love. All right, gentlemen. Well, I am asking you questions about each of your respective stay hot teams. So this one is not about the team that any of you on your team are a fan of. It's about the Carolina Panthers. Can you name every Carolina Panther with at least 25 sacks for the franchise?
Kevin Green,
That's correct.
Good pull.
Julius Peppers,
That's correct.
Charles Johnson. I'm
Number two.
deliberating. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, sure.
Deliberate no
Yeah.
more.
Thomas
Kawan
Davis
Short?
would be there, right?
Kawan Short is here.
dude, he was
Yeah.
cooking. I thought about Thomas Davis too. He was definitely there long enough.
Do you guys want to guess him?
I think
No,
he's got
no.
You think
No,
he
no,
was-
Thomas Davis.
You think he was too much in the
Sacks?
box?
That's see,
Yeah.
Thomas
That's-
Davis and Luke Kuechly are two guys that I'm like could have gotten it, but
yeah.
I worry if they're too much off ball.
That's such a
They're
legendary
off.
duo, dude. Shout out Thomas Davis. I know I've
Should've.
said shout out a lot in this episode, but if I could nix all of them to just give a shout out to one guy, it would be Thomas Davis.
It's impossible to do trivia like this and not give a million shout outs an episode because you think of a guy and like.
But
you just
Thomas
want him
Davis
to
is like
feel
my
appreciated
favorite
and seen.
player ever.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
that's
such
fair.
a baller, man.
That's very.
I don't
fair.
think
I hope
he's on your
I hope
sack
all the
leader
players
list,
we
though.
shout out are
25 is
They're
a
all
lot,
fans,
man.
Blaiden. They're all fans.
they are.
25 is a lot.
Yeah, for a linebacker, I mean, that's 5 seasons with 5 sacks. It's,
I glazed him one time on Twitter, and he liked the tweet.
Hell yeah.
Remember when he used to blitz? Was it is that what the tweet said? You remember how often he
Remember when
blitzed?
Thomas Davis had his 25th sack? Yeah, that's
That's not what it was it? Kawan Short, Charles Johnson, Julius Peppers, Kevin Green, and the
We
famous.
only need one more?
How many more are we looking for?
There's got to be a good.
Yeah, there's 9 on the list total, so there's 5 left.
Oh, we need all of them. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. There's good old. Who can forget?
Is there anybody active that would have done this? Like, who was the guy that just? Who was the guy they just dealt? Didn't they just trade somebody away?
Clowney, but he didn't get 25 on the team.
Not Clowney. Somebody better. Didn't they deal him away?
They didn't have anybody better than Clowney on
Didn't
that
they
line
trade somebody
this
to the
year.
Rams or something? Am I making that up in my head?
Trade somebody to the Rams.
I feel like they had a really good pass rusher that they dealt away.
Brian Burns.
Yeah. Would Burns have gotten to 25?
That's a tough question. Because how many years was he there? He was probably there
3 or 4 maybe?
3 or 4. Yeah, his rookie contract, they didn't pay him a second extension. Yeah, he probably got there. I bet he got there.
Do you want to guess him?
Yeah.
Easily. 46.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about
Okay.
Shaq Thompson. I'm thinking about Thomas Davis.
We really made Shaq Thompson a star this episode.
Shout out.
Shout out.
We've named all the. That was a great linebacker room the Panthers had.
I'm thinking of freaking Charles Godfrey right now.
Nothing like what we had with Preston Brown and Zach Brown in the same room in 2016.
Grow up.
Nobody'd
Nothing
ever
like when
seen
the
a
Browns
linebacking
had
core like that.
Christian Kirksey.
And
That's
Wesley
true.
Woodyard. Yeah.
When is the since for this one? It's since 2000.
This is in Panthers
Just all
history,
time.
which, you know,
Okay.
it's since
And
96.
how many total names were on the list?
9.
Okay.
And you're sitting there thinking, hold on, if we get 100 sacks every game, how is that possible? There's so few
This
guys
is
on
our
the list.
This is our hard
I'm-
question, right?
I'm not a mathematician, but
I think
that doesn't seem right.
Should we just rip Thomas Davis because we've got 10 strikes?
I think we have to rip Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, and Shaq Thompson.
No, Shaq Thompson did not get 25 sacks. I'm putting my foot down.
We won't rip Shaq Thompson.
Theo's like,
I
you
think
want to object to that one.
Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, I feel like we have to give.
Davis I don't think Kuechly did it. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, we can rip him because we got so many
Let's-
guesses. But
Thomas Davis is
I'm
here.
skeptical.
Thomas Davis is here.
Wow,
Let's go.
nice.
Okay.
28. Last guy on the
What
list.
about Kuechly? Give me
Kuechly
Kuechly.
is not here.
Okay.
Kuechly had 12 and a half. By the way, basically the same as Shaq Thompson, actually, who had 12.
The most
Wow.
staggering stat I ever remember looking at, Carson and I have talked about this one, it's the fact that Steelers defensive tackle Casey Hampton played like 10 years, 11 years in the league, was a multiple-time Pro Bowler, and has like 9 career sacks.
Yeah, it is insane.
It's ridiculous.
I'd like to say that I knew Thomas Davis was on the list. I think I
Yeah.
know the entire top 10. I think we've actually done a trivia question about
Well,
this a long
top
time
9.
ago. Well,
Derek-
I knew he was.
Derek Brown wouldn't already be here, right?
No, he's
No.
not really a pass
No.
rusher.
He had 2 sacks in
Yeah.
2023.
He's almost there then.
Yeah, you guys have 3 to go.
3 to
And-
go.
You've got a lot of lives left. Or hints if
Yeah.
you choose to use them that way.
We're missing somebody. There's got to be somebody on the early half of the 2000s. that we're
Yeah, like
missing.
who is with Peppers?
That's
like,
what I've been trying to think about for a while.
I think I know at least. I know. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. Hold on.
No, Matt, keep going.
I know all of their names, and here's what they are.
Do you guys? How many? We got what? 9 strikes?
Yeah. You
guys
guys have a
wanna trade
lot.
a
of-
hint?
Yeah,
you guys have a
we
lot
might
of
as
hints.
well.
Let's
We
trade
might
a
as
hint.
well do some hints. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get some hints.
You want a hint? Okay. One of these guys, perhaps more memorable ultimately for off the field activity.
Greg Hardy.
That's correct.
Good.
Oh.
Let's
Yeah.
get another. Let's get another one.
One of these guys played for both Matt and my teams.
Is it Star? It could be Star. I wouldn't think he got to 25. That's a lot, man.
He was at least a 9.
It could be Addison. It also could be Addison.
Oh yeah, let's do Addison.
Yeah.
It's Mario Addison. That was
Yeah.
probably a bit too big of a hint. Okay. You guys want to keep going with the hints?
Yeah, we got 7 left.
You got 7 left, yeah.
Let's go for it.
This guy is the early decade partner with Julius Peppers, who you're thinking about. He was a Pro Bowler in 2003 and a career Panther. 9 years there, never played anywhere else.
Oh,
Wow.
Have I said his name?
No.
Nobody said his name.
I don't think I would
Say
get
my
this
name,
one.
say my
That's
name. Like the song. Like the song,
Like the song.
right?
it's not Steve Smith. He played on offense. He was their wide receiver.
Thinking about Dan.
But
But he's
there's
very
no, there's
good.
no bad guesses, Theo. No bad guesses.
And he played some special teams.
He did play special teams as well.
You could get a sack on.
It's not D'Angelo Williams. He was a running back.
Good points.
Cool guy.
Yeah. Mike Tolbert, fullback. So it's not him.
This guy is damn near what makes the question hard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a white dude, ain't it?
Oh my God! I
It's a
can't.
bald white dude. It's a bald white guy,
I-
right?
I don't like
Vandenbach?
playing these games
No,
with you
he's not.
when you
He
do
wasn't.
this, Logan.
It's a bald white.
I don't like it, and no, not
Logan,
at all.
that was a dream you had.
I was the defensive
You were looking in
end
a
for the
mirror.
Panthers, Yeah.
You suited up,
I was
wearing
the
number
star
93.
defensive end.
You played alongside Julius
Okay.
Peppers, and you had the meanest speed to power.
All right, Carson, we have 6 strikes left, correct?
Yeah,
Let's burn another one. Can you give us anything else about this guy?
I'll give you basically everything. Went to Nebraska. Brother Martin played in the league. Did very little. 6'5", 275.
It's a really tough one.
Martin? Who could
Who is
forget
the,
Martin?
Think of his Emerson.
But probably not him.
No,
That's not-
I
yeah,
think he's
probably
just played
not.
for the Browns.
Which I mean, that constitutes not doing a lot. So
You know what? I'll just look at it. Who is 10 that you're leaving off of this list instead of just going top 10 sack?
Oh, yeah, good question.
Is it?
Do you want to guess?
I don't know. Maybe that'll be. I feel like I should know. It's like Oh, it's like some guy who played for them in like exactly 95, and it's some like
Yeah.
Lamar something
Yes.
maybe.
Yes. Matt for bonus points. For clout.
I just don't
It's
remember his last name.
Alliterative. His name's alliterative, if that helps.
Lamar.
Little.
You're not helping, man.
Good old Lamar Langford. Who could forget?
I honestly don't know.
It's Lamar Lathan.
Latham.
But you were right there. So yeah, I left him off because I didn't think there was any chance I knew.
I've never heard of Lamar Latham in my life, and I
Shout
don't know
out.
who, and I might not know who number 9 is ever in my life.
You got 5 more hints. I'll give you one of the classic Nerd Sesh sort of phonetic hints or word-based hints if you want it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I do want a phonetic.
Yeah.
A phonetic hint?
I won't give you a phonetic hint specifically, but I'll give you one that pertains to his name, not his football career. What's that park they play basketball in? Famous?
Frosty
Rucker.
Rucker.
Not? Well, it's not Frosty Rucker.
It's not
Yeah,
Frosty Rucker.
I don't even. Did Frosty Rucker even play?
You guys are down to
defense?
4 strikes.
Come on.
I think actually 3 because they used a hint and then got one wrong.
Oh, you guys are foolish, bro. It's over.
We're foolish in it.
Well, it's Rucker, and I don't know what I've never heard of Rucker. So
Start-
we're kind of
start-
we need
okay, let's
James,
start-
John.
I will say, if you guys really lock in and use your maximum brain power and use that strategy you were just joking about, Theo, there's a decent to good chance you get it with your 3 remaining guesses.
You've got it. You've got.
I'm
you've
gonna
John.
throw a name out that sounds like a football player.
Okay?
Jeremy Rucker.
That's
No.
You're thinking of the Ohio State tight end.
Oh, you're right.
Does sound like a football player. Wait, that sounds just
he
like a football
is.
player.
It's also Ruckert, but whatever. Is it John Rucker?
Nope. This is your last guess.
So we got what? James. Fuck.
It's not.
James
It's not
Rucker.
Jeremy Ruckert. and it's
There's a
not
real world-
Martin
Jeremy
Emerson's
Rucker.
brother.
There's a real world in
Oh
which you
my
guys
God.
clutch up and pull this out on the last guess,
Jeff, man.
but there's also a world in which you don't. That's the more likely world is that you don't, but there's a
Common boy
legitimate chance you
names.
could.
Matt. I'm looking at Matt.
Right, you guys.
I'm
Okay,
seeing
what you guys can't
opportunity.
do is stress test names here.
Yeah,
For
I
facial
think that's true.
reactions.
I think
From
you
here
guys
on out,
gotta-
I'm gonna do silly.
Because you guys might have the Oz Perlman ability to see inside my mind and read my
So wait, we have
microfacial
one strike
expressions.
left. Could we use it on a hint, or does that?
No, you
just-
have one. You have effectively 0 strikes left. You have one more
Okay,
guess.
yes. Okay.
I'm just mad that there's no names like ringing in my head. Like we've got a last name that should tee me off to somebody.
I mean, Frosty Rucker, honestly, just for being a defensive end who was pretty solid,
I
made
thought it
sense as a
had to be
guess.
right.
Yeah.
Never played for the Panthers, but it makes sense.
Shout out Frost.
Somehow
Never
not
played for the
related to this guy.
Panthers, and then a tight end who.
And his brother Martin Rucker.
Yeah.
Martin didn't leave much of a legacy behind. I'm not going to
A
lie to
lot,
you guys.
Martin. But could it be another M name? I feel like sometimes these football players have
These people,
siblings.
Theo?
Dude, there are so many football players who have brothers that
Yeah.
s-
Like
have the
Shaquille,
exact
Shaquem,
same name.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
Sure.
The Packers had a running back named DeJuan Harris, and he had like 7 siblings that were like Shawan Harris, like
Or you
They
could
were,
just
like,
do George
all-
Foreman and name all your kids George.
George Foreman.
Georgina, Georgetta.
But then you have like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Equinemius.
I'm gonna say.
That's also kind of
What do
similar.
you guys think
There's
about
still
George?
a theme there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's try George.
George Rucker?
George.
I don't know.
I don't want to. I want to lock in an M name. I feel like
An M name. So
A common M
there's
name.
Martin and
I just
Matt.
kind of want to rip
and
George.
I want to
Mitchell.
do Matt. I want to do Matt.
Are you guys
Matthew.
locking that in?
Yeah.
Matthew.
Mike!
Ah!
So close! You had
you
to
were on
end
the
there.
right track. Oh my gosh.
Mike
You were on the right track. I love that this just came down to name probability
Name
forensics.
probability M.
If you guys had an 11th guess, it probably would have been.
I think it would've hit.
too. It's
I think you were onto it.
Martin,
Oh,
the
'cause
brother.
we would have eventually gotten to like, well, who's the second best basketball
Or-
player of all time? And
or you could have, if you had avoided the Jeremy Ruckert Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Rucker basically soloed you guys there. I think you got 8 of the 9
Yeah.
names with only
Yeah.
2 or 3 strikes. 3 strikes, I think, because you used a couple guesses, and then it was all Mike Rucker from there. That was a tough one. I knew that was going to be tough.
All right, guys. Well, I have got
Retired
another list for you.
Retired Panthers legend loses $3 million in shocking Ponzi scheme report.
No,
This was published 24 hours ago.
What? Dude, kick him while he's down, why don't you? You can't even remember the guy, and now he's getting ripped off.
All right,
tough.
really simple. We got a Bills-themed question. I need you guys to name the top 10 career touchdown leaders for the Bills since 1970.
Cash
Since
money,
19.
baby. This is from scrimmage, right? We're not counting passing touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is going to be Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed,
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs will make this list.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson obviously will be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I believe LaShawn McCoy will be on this list.
Shady is the first guy off.
Wow. Eric Moulds will be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Lee Evans will be on this list.
That is correct.
You know who's going to be up there for touchdowns per play? Touchdown Mike Gillislee. He's obviously not close to this list, but every time he touched the ball, he freaking scored the brief time he was with the Bills.
I'm surprised that Diggs is on the list.
Dude, they were
gave
they
us-
were money for
Yeah,
a-
they were.
How
Yeah.
many years was he there for?
He
It
gave
was
us a
probably
good
double
4
digits
years.
every year.
Good
Okay.
4 years, 2020 to 2023. Oh, no, that's probably a silly guess if Shady's not on here. I was just thinking about longevity for a second. And I was thinking about
Longevity
Charles
definitely
Clay, but-
helps.
Yeah, but it's not going to help enough to get Charles Clay on this
No.
list. Thinking about good running backs. Travis Henry
Well,
had
I
a good
mean,
run. He won't be on
How
here.
many years? Lynch didn't even make it through his rookie contract, did he?
He won't be here. He had a couple really good years, but not good enough.
If he made it through the full rookie, he'd have a shot because he's a good touchdown scorer, of course.
Yeah, beast
but
mode. Cookie Gilchrist is going to be a little too early for this list because he starts in 64, I think, but he was a very good throwback player because I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Stevie Johnson just had like the 1 year now.
He had a couple magic years, but I don't think either he or Sammy Watkins put together enough good years to be on this
definitely
list.
not.
Well,
Watkins
let's not take
could
that
never stay
tone.
healthy.
Yeah, but he was incredible. He had 1,047 yards, and it was like the greatest skill position player I'd ever seen as a Bills fan at the time. That's where
He
we
was-
were at.
He was pretty important in one Chiefs playoff run.
He was. He was
Yeah.
legitimately important to their Super Bowl, but
Mm.
yeah, just could never stay healthy. He was so talented, though. Had a little too much fun late night out on Chippewa Street, if the Buffalo people know what I'm talking about, the Buffalo people in the room. He liked to have a good time, Sammy. Okay, how many names are we missing, Logan?
4 names.
Damn.
It's over.
Wow. I mean,
Oh, okay. Let me throw something out there
Please,
as
please.
a suggestion.
please.
Is it backdoor Josh Allen on rushing touchdowns
I love
potentially?
it. Absolutely.
Josh Allen's number 3.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
great
I
thinking.
was waiting
on
for you
that.
to
That
get
was
that
not
one.
occurring to me. That always sneaks past me. Okay, so let's think. I mean, there's some really good skill position players in recent years, but Cole Beasley would not have gotten there. John Brown would not have
You
gotten
guys are
there.
missing 8 through 10.
Well, shit. You know, at that point, is Charles Clay here, Logan?
Charles Clay is not here.
Okay. He had a good run with the Bills. I'm thinking other running backs. I mentioned Travis Henry.
So we're
maybe
looking for
Anthony
guys with like
Smith.
sub 50 touchdowns then.
But more than
Yeah,
Shady.
I can give you the amount.
Sure.
37, 36, 34.
We're getting down to 34 in the 30s. Okay, well let me press you on this one more time then.
Yeah.
How many years did Marshawn Lynch play with the Bills?
I think it was. He's not going to be him. I think it was
Okay.
2.
If it was 2, then he's got no shot. If it was 3,
Yeah.
then he's got an outside chance. If it was 4, then it's definitely him.
Yeah. No, it's not 4. It might have been 3, but I think it was 2.
Were there any other rushing quarterbacks in Bills history who potentially could have snuck their way to 34? Anybody who was a long-time Bills quarterback who could have found their way through like short yardage rushing?
No. No, the Bills basically only have 2 longtime quarterbacks in modern history, and it's Jim Kelly and Josh. Other than that, it was a revolving door.
Right.
So I'm thinking I like the tight end receiver route here more than I'm liking
Okay.
the running back route. But
Really? I don't think that's necessarily. I mean,
You guys are gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
oh, okay, hold on.
Yes, good
I
job,
mean,
Theo.
well,
Good
then
job,
my
Theo.
thought
Oh,
is-
wait. No, not yet. I was thinking about James Cook, but
There is one
I was
guy.
thinking that
There
as
is
well.
there is one
maybe
guy.
James Cook had 15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So is it him? Yeah, okay.
No,
That's-
no,
yeah.
it's not James Cook. James Cook is not correct.
Oh, really?
No.
But there's one guy that's like, I'm surprised he's not been named yet.
Oh, wait. Fast Freddie Jackson, I haven't said.
Freddie
Yeah.
Jackson is
Yeah.
number 8, and so you're just missing number 9 and 10.
I don't think CJ Spiller had enough time with us to get there. But I can't believe that we hadn't said Fred Jackson. That was total oversight. I was thinking about Travis Henry.
how many is James Cook sitting at?
Oh, he has like 27. He has 20 rushing, 7 receiving.
Yeah, he's tied for 16th. It's a good guess. One of these guys had a nephew in the league that played for one of our teams.
That's true.
Okay,
That's a good way to phrase. That's a good way to phrase that, Logan. Because I was trying to
We
think
gotta
of that.
think about a football
Think of that as
family.
well.
Shout out Zay Jones, who is of the football family.
Shout out Robert Jones, yeah.
Shout out Robert Jones. Zay Jones, unfortunately, was one of the worst Bills I've ever had to watch.
He,
Sir
dude,
drops
but
a
he
lot.
got up in reverse that one time, and it looked really cool.
A nephew, it's going to be an older guy.
Yeah, it is going to be an older guy.
Unk, a miscellaneous unk.
Literally.
Who is Unk here?
Miscellaneous unk shooting poison.
Carson, I'm going to be honest. For these last 2, you may have to put Matt in the backpack.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Oh,
He's
I'm
my little buddy.
Come on,
and-
it's
and
the, it's
we're going
the,
for a ride
it's the
together.
Bills one.
Yeah, it's my responsibility.
You guys have got 2 players, 7 strikes left.
I don't know why. I keep thinking about tight ends. I keep thinking about like Scott Chandler and Lee Smith, which are just insane names to be thinking of because they were not good.
Do you want to maybe go for a hint?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We've got him to burn.
Nephew was a specialist.
Thanks,
hint.
bro.
Good.
Okay. So, I mean, and that makes me think. Oh, is this Joe Cribbs?
Joe Cribbs is correct. You guys
Yeah.
have one name remaining. He shares a last name with another player you've mentioned. I know that's very vague. This is the
Shares a
toughest.
last name.
This is the toughest name on the list. I'm really seeing how deep you can get in your bag, Carson.
Okay. And I love a challenge. However, that hint was not so great just because there's so many names.
Well, you didn't use it. You didn't burn a strike for it. This
okay,
guy
all right. I'll take it then.
lined up alongside Joe Cribbs.
Are there any old
Okay.
Johnsons out there? Are there?
Well, let's think. I mean, who have we guessed on this question?
Johnson. Well, we hadn't we've said him, and you didn't say guess. You said have said.
That's
Johnson
true.
is
That's true.
instantly comes to mind. Same with Cook or Clay. Those are
Right.
the guys that we missed.
Jackson, Watkins.
This guy's touchdown to games played ratio is actually pretty hilarious compared to some of the guys who are off this list.
Oh, in the bad way?
34 TDs to 116 games played. Long-time Bill, but you compare that to Shady, who had 30 and 57, Travis
Right.
Henry, who had 29 and 54.
This guy hung around. This guy really, really, really hung around.
He
Okay.
lingered, man.
And so we're looking
Like the song.
like we're looking 80s here.
No, wait. Both of these guys, Cribbs and this guy both, played basically the 70s with the Bills, and then both went to the Raiders. Who was Peyton Manning's favorite player? When
Wes
he was
Chandler.
when he was a kid.
Bob Chandler.
Bang!
Fucking A. Wow. Okay. Let's go.
the fact
Who
that
did
you
we
know
say- who else did
Peyton
we say
Manning's favorite
Chandler?
player-
Scott Chandler, I mentioned.
Oh.
He's a
It's such a
random
funny
Bills
it's such
tight
a
end.
funny clip to me, man. Archie's got like the old camcorder in the 70s, and they're like, "Oh, who's your favorite player?" And you think he's gonna say, "My dad, Arch," or something. He's like, "I like Wes Chandler." It's like, bro, what?
I wonder how many of the guests I put out there were pretty decent. I feel like not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. All right, let's go. We're up 1 heading in to the final category, which is USA Trivia. Because 4th of July is imminent. Also Matthew's birthday. Also the birth of this country. So
Let's do Matt trivia.
we probably should have done that. But the problem is I wasn't able to get in his apartment and really dig around like I wanted to. And so
I just
mean,
ran
at the end
some
of the day-
Theo trivia on this thing where I don't want to plug it. I was just
You ran some Theo trivia?
we ran some Theo.
Give me the
trivia.
question. I'll answer it in less than 5 seconds.
When did I
Okay.
start
What-
the TikTok?
Theo started the TikTok in
What
2019.
season of what year?
2019, probably fall.
Fall of 2020, I think.
Fuck!
Okay.
You're 0 for 1.
You know, you
That
guys were
is
joking
so
earlier.
embarrassing.
What bird does Theo have tattooed?
He's got a big quail right on his ass, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got a bald eagle across his chest.
Don't
Picture
know
doesn't help because
It looks like a falcon.
It is kind of a falcon. It's a kestrel, which is a type
Ah.
of falcon. So I'll give it to you.
0 for 2.
But that's not the. That's
what's
not
his middle
the-
name?
Ash. Next question.
This guy's-
Theo Ash
Last name
NFL
NFL.
in the username, bro. All right, I went 0 for 3. I used all my 3 strikes. Now you guys are going to have to avoid using your 3 strikes. There are only 5 U.S. states with a population of under 1 million. What are they?
Wyoming,
Yep.
Alaska.
Yep.
Cook, Theo.
Is West Virginia? Logan, is West Virginia? They got 1 million over
Why do you
there?
think I know about West Virginia? Why
'Cause
would
you're
we
an
guess
eight-
Let's
you're
guess
an eight, yeah.
Hawaii. Let's guess Hawaii.
Are you guys officially guessing these or what?
Hawaii just feels like such an obvious answer.
Dude, West Virginia is more obvious than Hawaii. What's the biggest city in West Virginia?
Why do you act like
Cousin,
I'm going to West
cousin,
Virginia,
Cousinville.
bro? Charleston.
West Virginia? That's in.
Yeah.
What?
Different
There's
Charles.
multiple Charlestons.
Okay. Look, that's not even the real Charleston. I'm ripping West Virginia. Whether Logan's on board. or
You're
not.
ripping it? It's
Yeah.
incorrect.
What?
Hawaii.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you ripping that?
How is there 1 million people on that little plot of land, bro?
There's a lot of little
A lot of
plots.
land.
There's no
It's
way.
numerous islands. It's
It's
a
a
million
archipelago of
people?
sorts. Okay, so yeah, if that's so your guys' little tantrums led to you going 0 for 2 there. You both got your way and you both missed. I mean, there.
I'll give you a hint for free. You guys are missing the.
Alaska.
Come on. No, you said
Those-
Alaska.
Those were 11 and 12. So I mean, decent guesses, but
Well, like
These
Rhode
guys.
Island is pretty small. I mean, it's not. It's probably pretty dense, but it's can't quite be 1 million people in there. Right, Rhode Island.
I want you guys to really think.
Rhode Island is
Like North
supposed-
Dakota or like South Dakota or
Oh,
something like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
I don't know.
Would you like to guess?
Probably North Dakota's got to be less populated than South Dakota, I'd say.
Because of the North Dakota State legendary football team.
No, because of the Badlands and probably like.
Sleeping on the Jackrabbits, interesting.
True, actually, they both have powerhouses.
Like Idaho? I don't know. I'm thinking about that
Ooh,
entire
Idaho's a
region,
good-
you know,
Idaho's a
like
good one.
Montana, that entire.
Was Rhode Island? Do we not like Rhode Island? Rhode
I
Island's
like that
tiny.
as a guess. I like that
No,
as a
man.
guess.
I mean,
Blaiden?
maybe. I'm not very good with like this type of trivia at all. I feel like a sneaky guess though could be Nevada.
No, Las Vegas has got 1 million people in it easily.
Las Vegas does not have a very high population. There's a lot of people that visit Las Vegas.
I'm not
But-
guessing somewhere with a city as big
With
as
a major
Vegas.
U.S. city is going.
I'm just saying.
Dude, there's
just saying.
14 million people in like
The fact that that was Blaiden's first take on this really fires me up. He comes in and says Nevada.
Vegas has more people than Idaho does. I would maybe bet on that. I like Idaho. I like Rhode Island. I like Montana's huge, but I don't even hate that.
I like one of the Dakotas too. I think
North-
that's a decent guess.
Yeah.
I'm also feeling. Do you guys know about Maine or like Vermont too? I don't know.
I
if
think
there's a lot of
Vermont
people
I
up
like.
there.
Maine I think is a little too big. And even Burlington in Vermont. I think we got to go.
Delaware.
I think I want to go. North Dakota.
I like that. I'll second
Correct.
Okay.
Boise might have close to 1 million, though. That scares me. Providence might have close to 1 million. That scares me. So maybe it really... South Dakota has Fargo and then...
that. Delaware is interesting to me, too.
Fargo's North Dakota.
Oh, well then South Dakota might be money.
I'm down to rip that if you guys are.
Okay. South Dakota.
South Dakota is correct.
Cool.
So you guys have 4 and you have 1 strike left.
And there's a lot that we like. We like Rhode Island. We like... I mean, Montana. What's the biggest city in Montana?
I don't know.
Bozeman.
I feel like I should know this. I'm writing a song called Montana, and I know nothing about
And
it.
you aren't just dropping city names and population facts
Have
line
you ever
after
been to
line?
Montana?
No. Nope, never been to
Or
Montana.
is it about Joe?
That would be awesome.
Oh, the West Coast, and I'm not talking...
No, we just asked our drummer. We're like,
West
is there,
is
like, if you could do anything right now, what would you do? He's like, I don't know, quit my job and move to Montana. And I'm like, all right, brother, that's the song then.
All right.
I've got a buddy who's on a dude ranch in Wyoming right now working there.
Wyoming. Yo, Carson had a little country accent.
Why
come
did
out
I
there
drop
just
the
now.
G?
Let's
What
go.
happened to the G there?
Let's go.
I just totally left it off.
I'm indoctrinating, buddy.
I think maybe I'm living in my fantasy land where I'm up in Wyoming working on a dude ranch right
All
now.
right. What guesses do you guys like? I kind of like Delaware, Montana, Vermont,
I don't know if I like anywhere on the... in
the Northeast.
the Northeast in New England. Except
Yeah.
Rhode Island is close, but even Providence is pretty big. Providence has got to be bigger than anywhere in Montana.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that there are 1 million people in Hawaii, man.
I believe that Honolulu's pretty big. I mean, these
Yeah.
big cities have a lot of people in them. Like,
Yeah, Hawaii's. I mean, okay, you know what? Maybe if I look it up by surface area, like the states, let me see where Hawaii is, because it won't be one of the smallest, like the absolute smallest.
Theo, are you leaning towards any, like, do you have a gut feeling towards any of these states?
my gut feeling is Montana. Like, even though
I
it's
think we
big,
have to rip Montana.
like it's such a like their capital has got to be so small. There's just no city in Montana.
I'm with it.
That's your official guess?
Yeah.
Montana is the third off. They are over 1 million. The second smallest state, bigger than only Wyoming by population, is Vermont with just 648,000 people.
Vermont, I should have given that more serious.
Well,
Carson,
I don't know.
can
I
you
think your
answer
logic
my
with
question, man?
Montana was
Yeah.
pretty strong because, like,
I think it was
Because
too.
if Wyoming is number one, like like
It's
I
like
can't
that
even
whole
name
section- that
any
whole
a city
section just
in
makes
Montana.
sense,
I mean,
yeah.
I can't name anywhere in Montana.
Bozeman.
And Vermont doesn't have a very big.
Yeah.
You guys aren't
Yeah.
trying to
I
go to
have heard of
Montpelier?
Bozeman.
Yeah, you guys aren't feeling it.
No disrespect.
Carson,
No
can you
disrespect.
humor me? What is the population of Nevada?
Nevada is 3.3 million.
Okay. So I
So it's
wasn't
clo-
that far.
No, it's number 19 in terms of smallest.
Okay.
So, you know, you were first 10 off, but it is significantly bigger than the
Yeah.
range that
Okay.
the others were in.
Well, I
Fair.
like the spirit of that question. I thought we did our best,
Yeah,
guys.
you guys,
we're-
I mean, it was thrilling television. It came right down to the wire.
I've got one more football question for you guys because we're talking about America. How can we have
yeah.
a USA themed trivia without America's team? Can you guys tell me the top 5 players with the most career touchdowns for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes,
feel
yes, America.
All right, I'll
Go for it.
probably. Well, I don't want to rip it. I'm double checking
Okay.
with you before I
Well-
burn
well,
any.
can
But
we just
we only
get-
have we have 3 measly strikes.
Yeah,
but
okay,
it's got to
number
be
one
Emmitt
all
Smith.
time. Emmitt Smith, yeah.
Emmitt Smith is number
And
1.
I'm gonna figure. You think Dorsett's on here,
I think he's got to be.
right? Because
Yeah.
he played for a long time.
Yeah.
Matt is cooking. Dorsett is number 2.
And I think that Michael Irvin is very likely here.
There's no way we're getting through this without guessing him.
Yeah, yeah.
Playmaker, number 7.
Damn,
Oh,
Emmitt
Okay.
Smith, he was sniping those tutters.
I
man.
know he was. So let's think about other Cowboys legends in general. I don't think that Drew Pearson will be here. Just a little harder as a receiver back then. You know who makes me fucking wonder. Okay, I mean there's 3 modern guys who I think Zeke, Witten, and Des Bryant all make interesting cases.
ooh, I think You think Witten would? I mean, like, it'd be tough for him not to be on here, bro.
So long.
He played
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
forever.
I think you're right. I think Witten has to be here.
Jason Witten, number 6.
No way! Wow. Are we both going to miss on our easy question for the final round? I could see it. Okay.
Those weren't
Are
bad
there-
guesses. There's no way that
No.
Ezekiel Elliott had more touchdowns than Jason
don't
Witten. Zeke
know.
didn't play. I mean, he didn't play that long for the Cowboys.
Running backs just get so many more touchdowns generally
Yeah.
than tight ends, unless they're like red zone monsters. Okay. Are there any no-brainers who we're missing here?
I mean, who are the other great Cowboys
Marion
potential
Barber.
touchdowns getters?
Felix
I mean,
Jones.
Felix Jones, baby. Oh, yeah. It's got a little
Uh,
Troy Hambrick action in there. How about it?
Okay, now we're going a layer deeper.
I mean, when I think great Cowboys,
You think Terry Glenn.
CD won't be there yet.
no. Dez didn't get there.
Tony
I
Romo
think
sneaking
Dez is
some in.
close, but
Wow, dude, Marion Barber is actually 8th on this list.
wow. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty fucking good. Theo won't have it long enough with the team.
Right.
Who do you
I'm
guys have
starting
so
to
far?
wonder- We just got
You got
Dorsett.
Emmett
Emmett
and
and
Dorsett.
Dorsett. Yeah.
Damn.
What's
Theo
the number,
had-
Logan? Is that too much to tell us to get on here?
Number to get on here is 75.
And who did it?
Witten had 72 for reference.
That was a little Jedi mind trick there. It didn't work.
Damn. Witten had
T.O.
so-
had
Bro thinks he's
38 in
Luke
3 years, and he was there from age 33 to 35.
I don't think there's any way that Zeke got to 70.
No, I agree. That's too big a number. So
Dude, Theo produced with any QB, man.
He's
Garcia, McNabb, Romo,
this is-
Trent Edwards.
this is all time, yeah?
crazy.
all time. And Carson
Cowboys
Palmer.
didn't start up till the 60s, didn't right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that there's going to be anybody.
Dude, we've got to be missing some like crazy obvious guys, or we have to have already named them. But like,
I know. I'm thinking maybe we did name
what backs? It's got to be.
Dorsett, Emmett, Zeke, Barber, Felix Jones.
I feel like we're missing like a big Cowboys back between.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Smith and Zeke.
Herschel Walker is not here.
I was literally just thinking like Herschel Walker, but
Also, fuck Herschel Walker.
well said.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna hold my breath until you tell us, Logan. How about that?
That's not a bad strategy. Let's put some life or death stakes here. See what this guy's really about. Do we want to just let rip one of the guys who we've mentioned? But I don't even know. They let Zeke go after 2021.
I mean, Zeke
that
was a
right?
big goal line guy. For
I think
a minute.
Zeke's here.
Like,
I think Zeke's here, Matt. I think he's here.
Y'all are
Ezekiel
forgetting about
Elliott.
CD's 60 touchdown season.
Third on this. Third on this list.
Okay.
wow.
There we go.
Okay, so my thought is, if Irving isn't here and Witten isn't here, unless we're missing
receivers.
somebody like obvious, like it's got to be all backs, right? I mean, it'd be who are we're missing? The Cowboys had another great back before Zeke. Am I crazy?
DeMarco Murray?
You thinking about Darren McFadden? Yeah, DeMarco Murray, Darren McFadden.
Shut up.
I feel like we have to have named basically everybody. And Zeke's on here, and I'm wondering if Dez is on here, because Dez was a touchdown machine.
How many years did Dez play for the Cowboys? Dez was like done by the
At
time he
least
was like
6.
30, right?
I
So
think
at
he gave
6,
him
you'd
at
need to be
least-
clipping 12 a year.
I think
Was he like
did that
leading the
multiple
league?
Years. He led the league in touchdowns once, if I'm not mistaken.
You'd need to average it.
Yeah.
You would need
Well,
to
maybe
average
maybe
it.
he gave him 7 years, and that changes everything.
Okay.
Do we have a better guess who we haven't thought of?
No,
I
here's
don't
what I
think
would
there's
like. Here's
another
what I
running
would
back.
like to do. I'd like to sit here silently for the next 10 minutes, not say
your breath.
anything, not move the episode along, hold my breath, see if we can't get
Filibuster. I love it.
yeah,
A peaceful
much-
protest.
just as much dead air as possible rather than guessing.
I think we
Because
have
here's the
to-
thing.
Dez was drafted in 2010, by the way.
Oh, he's helping. He's being kind-hearted and helping us. Dez has to be here, because that means he got at least 8 years, right? When did he stop?
Well,
2017?
The catch the ball thing was when was the catch the ball thing? Maybe I missed.
2014, right?
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't help us at all to know that then. Cool. I mean, here's the killer part. Let's say that Dez is right. We don't have another guy like at all.
Well, I mentioned Drew Pearson. I don't think he's there. Ooh, we haven't mentioned Bullet Bob Hayes. I don't think he's there. I'm just thinking that's another.
I want to
good
say
throwback to at least
that like
mention.
the very corners of Logan's mouth started to curl up into a smile when you said that, bro.
When I said Bullet Bob Hayes,
I'm just calling him.
at
like
this
I
point
see
we're
him.
resorting to O's Perlman tactics. We're trying to get inside
Yeah,
the
Matt's a
mind. of
fucking
the enemy.
cheater.
Dude, Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
Trayvon.
Trayvon
I think we
Diggs.
should just
I
give
like
you
how
guys a
Theo's
shot
just-
clock violation, bruh.
Okay, put a shot clock on us. I think we have to rip
You have
Dez.
a minute. You have a minute.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Dez
don't know
is
why you
here.
guys didn't guess Dez before. No,
Yes.
I can't blame you for your logic because Dez has literally half the games played that Witten does, so I don't know how he
Yeah,
beat
that
out
is
Jason
insane.
Witten. And then Michael Irvin literally has more games played than everybody on the list except Emmett. So
And he doesn't have it. That's why. The
Yeah.
whole thing that screwed us up is that like literally Witten's going to be in the Hall. Irving's,
Yeah.
like and those guys not being there, it's like something must be crazy.
I agree.
it is
They're
ridiculous.
two very logical
Dez
guesses.
is number 5 with 75 exactly.
So now we're down to basically Bullet Bob Hayes, Drew Pearson. We've already mentioned most of the recent running backs.
Super Bowl legend Jackie Smith. You guys aren't feeling a little Jackie Smith love?
Super Bowl legend Jackie Smith, Cardinals
Cole
legend.
Beasley.
If we're reading
Terrence
Logan,
Williams.
true. Michael Gallup.
George Pickens.
Shout out Michael Gallup, bro.
I wonder where is CD on this list, Logan? He's got to be like 9 or 10. He can't be
He's
that
at like
far
60 something. No, he's got 42. He's 14th.
off. Okay.
Right behind the great Don Perkins. Why didn't you guys give Don Perkins
We
a
should
shout
have.
out?
I mean, okay. How long? I don't know. Pearson was like a straight 70s guy, right?
He was. As was Bullet Bob Hayes. They're both way back then,
Who do
but
you-
they both played for a while and they were both good. I think Bob Hayes might have more touchdowns.
How
Go
many
for it, bro.
strikes do they have?
This
Just
is
the
our last one. And we're up
Otherwise,
against
we
the
would
shot
just
clock.
get-
Let's just rip it. Bob Hayes.
Bob Hayes is correct. Matt's a dick.
Inside the mind. Well done. That's a little Sun Tzu art of war there,
You gotta
Matt.
work on your poker face, bro. Although I'd be,
Let's freaking
it's
go.
it's
All right.
it's tough, man. I see
Well,
dimensions.
you guys
that-
fucking waited until the last minute because you didn't want to rip Dez.
Yeah,
Nah,
well,
I'm gonna have
we
to-
took
I'm
our
gonna be
we took our
stingy
time
the
there.
rest of the way.
That's fair. That's fair. We took our time there.
You said
Okay.
you said earlier is like unless there was some monster red zone target that they had. Could it be Des Bryant?
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's true. Very true. Okay. I need you guys to tell me the 10 most common languages in the U.S. by native speakers.
English. Bang.
Theo, you are putting in
How's
that.
it go?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Bang.
Oh. We'll do like Hmong. Is that that's a people? I don't know if that's a language. Chinese, like
Chinese
I
is
d-
correct.
Okay. I'm trying to think about how many Asian languages there will be here because I'm willing to
Can we
bet
get
there's
French from like Canada.
That's what I was thinking too.
French
But I
native speakers. French is like the size of like
I
Wisconsin.
mean, but like, there's a big population in Canada that could have
Yeah.
come down.
you gotta stay where they're at though.
Okay. There's some dicey territory there.
I don't know, like, I mean, like Japanese maybe.
I like that.
A lot of y'all
speak.
speak Japanese.
Do you want to rip Japanese?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be more
Chinese,
like
Japanese,
Asian
and
languages
Korean.
than
German
do we
maybe
wanna rip-
too could be up there. I don't know.
Do you want to rip Japanese and Korean?
I like Korean even more maybe.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay, let's rip Korean.
Korean is correct. Number 8.
Okay. Do you want to rip Japanese then? Or is it too risky, do you think?
I don't know. Let's save that one. I was more
Okay.
confident in Korean than Japanese.
Okay. What about we did Spanish. What about this might be out there, but like Portuguese.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's rip Portuguese.
Portuguese this year, number 9.
Nice.
Is Hmong even a language? Am I tripping here?
Can
Can I look that up, or
Yeah,
is that cheating?
I'm with Blaiden here. I don't know what that is.
no idea what you're talking about, dude.
I know. I know it's a people.
I'm trying to
How
think.
many are we
Maybe
missing?
a
Carson?
regional dialect.
How many are we missing?
You're missing 4 through 7 and 10.
German and French, almost. I'm trying to think about other.
German's not a bad one. I would be.
There's just not that many native German speakers around. Like,
Oh, wait until Theo gets going about how we got to keep the Germans out too.
dude, haven't they caused enough problems?
Oh,
I'm trying to think if there's any other dialects in South America that aren't encompassed in
Yeah.
Spanish that could be on here.
Portuguese was a
yeah,
good
that
one.
was a good
Yeah.
pull.
thank you.
I don't know if there's anything else besides Spanish and Portuguese that would.
I'm trying to think of
There's also
What
Africa,
about- that's where my
Middle
head,
Eastern.
like, Middle
Arab,
East,
like
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Oh,
not
yes,
Hebrew.
Arab. You don't think Hebrew?
Arabic.
Arabic's probably a better.
Hebrew's like ancient, dude.
Yeah.
Hebrew's like some.
only dude I knew who spoke Hebrew was like one of my college roommates who one was
Yeah,
Jewish,
maybe
but
no
also
no
took,
one would be like a
Hebrew language
native
class.
speaker.
A
Arabic.
native Hebrew. Arabic, yeah.
I feel like
Arabic,
that's a
yes, we
better
should rip
guess.
Arabic.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
That's
we
gotta
should.
be 4.
Arabic's number 6.
6?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that low.
I feel like French and German aren't bad guesses, man.
Okay, we can.
Yeah, you guys have.
I think
a mix
French
there,
is
right?
more. I think French is probably more common than German because of
No,
the
that's-
the imperialism of
Italian
France
maybe,
was bigger
too.
than the imperialism of Germany. French, I like. I like.
Oh
French.
wait, did you say Italian?
I think Italian could be up here too.
I might
French
like
is-
Italian more than both of those.
French
honestly.
is French. In fact, I forgot that French took over all of Northern Africa. So French, we should take.
Okay, let's rip French.
French is here, number 7.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French is, I believe,
there's a
the
lot of French
4th most
architecture
spoken
and-
language in the world because of Africa, basically.
Yeah.
So much of
Yeah.
Africa speaks French.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
I
taking
do feel
shit
like
over.
there were so many Italian immigrants in the United States.
They need to be. What did they take over? They got to take over some
I
shit
mean, like
to be.
Germans came over to like Pennsylvania and like the northeastern. Like
there
I feel
are
like,
like a lot of German villages and stuff.
I feel like Germany and Italian or German and Italian could be.
What about Vietnamese?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, I think there's a lot more immigrants from non-Europe places these
Let's
days.
think of
Yeah.
let's think of more. We're missing a. What? Oh my god.
This is an all-time clip right now.
Russian? Are you missing? Are you thinking about Russia?
I'm trying to think of like Southeast Asia and stuff. Like
We got China.
Um,
There's Thailand. There's.
there's Thailand. There's Thailand. There's Taiwan. There's Indonesia.
There's like Pakistan, India. What do they
Ooh.
speak? Indian's not a language, though, is it?
No.
Yeah, no.
What do they speak?
We're missing 3, right, Carson?
You guys are missing.
It's 4,
Yeah.
5, and 10.
Yep.
You guys don't think German's on here? I think German's got to be on here.
You can rip it. We don't have anything.
We've got 5.
No strikes.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
haven't
I'll
missed.
rip German.
Not correct.
Fuck.
Damn.
See, I really think
Damn. You don't want to rip
they
Italian?
gotta take over some shit. What did Italian take over?
It's not that they
Italy.
took over.
North
we're saying
Beach,
native
right here in
speak-
San Francisco.
We're saying native speakers in the United States. There were a lot of Italian immigrants in the United States. I
No,
feel
no,
like
Yeah,
during
that
the
is
Industrial
true.
Revolution
Right.
and stuff.
All right, you can if you feel passionate about it.
Let's rip Italian.
Unfortunately, the year is not 1920, and so
Yes.
everybody has just been here for generations, and now they all speak English
They don't
as their
speak
native language.
Italian anymore. man?
Italian's not here. I wish,
Okay.
bro.
Okay.
That would be so much
Okay.
more fun.
I like Vietnamese.
You want to
I'll
guess
let
it?
you rip that. I'll let
like
you rip
that.
that.
Sure, Vietnamese.
Number 5.
Okay. So 4 and 10.
Russian, I don't think they took over enough shit.
Oh, Sri Lankan guys, come on.
Sri
We're not-
Lankan.
You gotta get our head out of our
I'm
ass.
trying to think of like.
Dude, all I know is when I lived in Northfield, there was a group of people that fished at the dam with me, and they were all Hmong. And I don't know where they lived or like where they were from in the town. They
Rip
were
it,
just-
Theo. Rip it. I feel like you're itching.
But I
to
don't.
guess it.
I don't know if that's like a very small subset or if that's like the
No, we
silent
need
majority.
to figure out what they speak in
India.
India.
Like Pakistani. Like I'm trying to think about like what, and I feel like that's not a bad way to think about it. Like maybe cultures with food places where there's a lot of like prominent. I don't know.
If we don't get what they speak in India, we're not like
Yeah,
that
you're
is
right.
going to be. We need that.
I mean, they got taken over by Britain, so they might speak a good amount of English there is the thing.
I'm sure they do, but
And there's also a lot of like Muslims there, so that would say Arabic. Like,
that's true.
is there a new language? That would be my concern with India, is that we've already guessed what they
Like
speak.
what about?
there.
And I don't think there's going to be any other like Spanish based. I was thinking like
With Portuguese and Spanish?
I feel like that
it's
covers our
tough.
bases. I was thinking about Brazil, but like
Sign
Brazil
language.
speaks Portuguese.
Whoa, but that's actually not.
That's
That
kinda
doesn't count at all because it's English.
Yeah, sign language is not on here.
Do we want to burn a hint?
Yeah, let's get a hint.
Let's get a hint.
Okay, you do have a Southeast Asian language here. And the
Still-
language does not just correspond to the name of a country. I'll tell you that.
Hmong
It is a
dude,
specific-
Hmong dude. I'm. That would make sense, right? That's Southeast Asia. It's not named after something.
It is a specific country's language, but it is not just named like Chinese
Okay.
for China, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah,
Chinese, Japanese.
it's not Japanese. Damn, we're a bunch of crackers. Not Blaiden, but the rest of us.
So here in California, you will see like a lot of signage that is in this language. Like this in Vietnamese, it's very common to see like everything English,
Taiwanese,
Spanish,
man? I don't know
Vietnamese,
what-
this.
No, it wouldn't be Taiwanese.
I don't know what the.
That's not.
Taiwanese.
I'm not going to lie, if you guys don't know what they speak in India, you might not know what they speak in this country.
See, dude.
Mon.
I'm cooked. I'm not gonna let. I'm gonna be honest. You
It's-
guys are running 2-man action top of the key. I'm sitting in the corner, bro.
Do you guys want to use a guess for the other language and then you just would have to rip it?
Yeah, there's 4th and 10th.
So the one. The
Maybe
one
it is
that-
Japanese.
The one that's in India. The one that's in India is number 4, right?
Maybe. I don't know though, because I don't know if India speaks a language. That
All
we
right, I'm going to
haven't guessed
spare
yet.
you guys on this one. Hindi is what they speak in India. It is not on this list, though, which actually surprised me, but it's not
Oh.
here.
Interesting.
There's actually, I think
Okay.
India has the most spoken languages of any country in the world. There's so many dialects, but Hindi
Yeah.
is like the general Indian
Yes,
language.
general
okay,
one?
Yes,
Okay,
Hindi.
yeah.
Yes, okay. That's what I was thinking of earlier when I was trying to articulate myself.
When you went, wait,
It's
hold on
on.
a minute, almost.
I was trying to say the right one.
So, do we
Hindu
want to
is,
rip Japanese? We don't have anything else right now.
Balls in y'all's court. I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
Logan has signed out.
But there's another Southeast Asian country that we're missing.
There's a lot of immigrants from this country in the U.S. Obviously, it's the
Yes.
whatever 4th most spoken
Sure.
language.
Man, everybody.
Oh,
Philippines, maybe. Like I'm trying to think about what country that could be.
that's not a bad guess.
Filipino, just like, is that? I don't know. Is that a language?
I'm trying to think
So,
of like.
I'm
an
going to
old
advise
dude.
you guys to remember what I said about the language.
It's
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does not
it's-
just have the name
it's
of
not.
country, ease, or whatever.
It could be. I'm trying to think like
Country-ish.
religions, right? Like Hinduism.
Yeah.
I may have to put a shot clock on you guys here.
Yeah, you
I'm going
might
to give
have
you
to.
another. I'm going to give you another. minute.
Everyone's
I'm gonna
speaking
be on-
Yiddish, bro. No.
I'm I'm gonna be transparent. I mean, I'm cool with throwing in the towel, dude. I ain't got it.
Okay, let's rip
I think-
Japanese
Rip Japanese.
for 10th.
Japanese is not here.
Okay, then we're just out, right? Or do we?
You guys technically have one more because you didn't.
I'm
use
guessing
all
Hmong.
your hints. Respect. The answers are Tagalog, which is what they speak in the
I wouldn't have
Philippines.
gotten
That's
that.
number 4, and then Russian is
Wow.
number 10.
Wow, Russian does make the
That
cut. That's
crossed my
Yeah.
mind, but I
Yeah.
didn't think there'd be enough. That's wild.
Tagalog?
I've never heard of that.
All right, this is gonna be way simpler than what we just answered for. Can y'all tell me the top 10 most popular 4th of July food items? These are the food items that saw
Hot
the
dog.
largest surge in sales the week prior to the 4th of July. Hot dog / sausages on the list.
Hamburger.
Burger takes up 2 spots on the list. They specified frozen and non-frozen, so that takes up 2 spots on the list.
Corn.
Corn is number 1.
Bro, Del Monte literally filed for bankruptcy, man.
I'm so sorry.
That was
That's
my highest
crazy.
ranked canned corn.
That's brutal.
It is.
Wow.
To think that
You
you
have a
could have saved
corn
them if you
ranking?
used your platform properly.
Maybe that's I was thinking about like how to make maybe that's the angle.
Maybe that's your fault.
I let everybody
That is
down.
on you. You definitely let down a lot of good, hardworking Americans.
Yeah, I'm stealing that.
Okay, but you're gonna have to give me some sort of
Nah,
financial
I'm blocking
compensation
you on
for
the
that.
account. I'm posting
Fair
it on
enough.
Reddit.
I'll take you to court.
Corporate spawn hour.
Corporate Sponhour is my favorite account, and if you blocked me on there, I probably would never forgive you or myself or this world.
I appreciated that text, man. That inspired me to post a couple more times too.
I did text Matt the other week just out of the blue saying it literally is my favorite account on TikTok. I love Corporate Spawn Hour. I think you just bat 1,000 there, man. And now they're going to give me a glazing infraction. Great. Guilty as charged. Okay, Watermelon's going to be here, right?
Last
How many
spot on the
are
list.
we trying to go?
10.
10. Okay. And we got 4.
We got 4.
Now, okay, to be clear, like are we counting hot dogs and then hot dog buns?
That's a good
burger
question.
buns.
Yes, hot dog buns are also on the list.
And our burger buns?
Burger buns are not.
Okay.
I
I
already
mean,
had those.
honestly,
Everybody's
yes.
loaded up with those for the apocalypse? All right.
No, it's just it's the top 10, and so I think probably because some people will supplement the buns with just regular
Whereas
bread
you can't
instead.
supplement the dog buns. Yeah, we should have known.
You
We should have
can.
known.
You definitely
How
can,
about
but
like
okay.
potato chips? Is that
That is not
an
correct.
item? No.
Wow.
Okay, so we've missed 2. We've got 3 strikes left.
Okay. All right. Not throwing this out yet. I mean, do you think we start to see some condiments come into play?
I wonder if we have to ask. So this is all grocery store items, Logan,
They're
or
food items. Yes.
I don't know if a condiment counts as a food item
A
specifically.
condiment. Well,
I'll spoil
Well,
it for you. You guys don't need to think about. There's no
Okay.
ketchup or mustard on here.
okay, fair enough.
Okay.
But like, ketchup is
I
a
wish-
food.
I wish an
That's a
icy.
food
I
item.
wish an icy cold one was on here, right? In my America, where we all drink beer and
I'm so
Just for
excited
drink
for
beer.
tomorrow, dude.
so
The
am I,
4th
man.
is a
I'm
great
showing up at your
holiday.
front door. I'm showing up at your front door painted red, white, and blue. Is that gonna be cool?
I'm
Tobias
swinging that thing
Fuke
wide
style,
open. Come
man.
on in, brother.
I really appreciate that. Lord knows I need somewhere to go. Can't go anywhere around here. Not after last year. Am I like spacing? What the fuck else? Ribs? Do people eat ribs? Like that's a classic barbecue
there's
item.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's definitely going to be, yeah. I mean, are there any other... Watermelon was the last on here. To me, watermelon is like the
Quintessential.
101 fourth fruit. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get like 4th of July grapes every... Like, it's not going to...
No, I don't think so. What if like is anybody getting out there and grilling steaks? That's classy, but I'm just thinking like grill items. America. What screams America? High fructose corn syrup.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Donald,
Wally.
you gotta-
They wheel out the people from Wally, and we all point and laugh at them. That was the point of that movie, right? I think.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
lesson that they learned. I
Okay.
think was that they were like.
You guys
Fucking
have
We're
got
freaks and
3
we're supposed to
items and
laugh.
3 strikes left.
3 items.
Okay.
Left. Okay.
Well, would it be things that could potentially go on to the burger?
A relish of some kind, or lettuce.
Relish.
or-
I was thinking like, do we get into maybe cheese slices for the cheeseburger?
It's
That
not a
was
bad
kind
idea.
of my first thought, because outside of that, it's got to be that, or it's got to be other stuff that you grill.
But if everybody's loaded up with their buns already, would they not be loaded up with their cheese? Because I think cheese is such a standard. It's not a specialty item, you know? I mean, the science of this all is just so complex.
I don't know. I guess you know it all, man.
I do. Yeah, thanks. Somebody finally noticed. Fucking hey, man. Do you think that these are like intuitive, Logan? Like, were you surprised when you saw these, or?
I mean, one of them I think is kind of nasty, and so I don't really eat it. So I was.
Sauerkraut.
One of these definitely makes sense. I'm surprised it's not been guessed yet. If you guys have a
Yeah.
hint, I can help you out. If you want to use one, I
Should
can
we
help
ask
you
for
out.
one, Matt?
Sure.
All right, let's get a hint.
Okay, you guys are now down to 2 strikes. These are both sides, I would say. They are complementary. They are not the main dish.
And potato
I
chips
mean, when
did
I
make it. What about potato coleslaw?
There's gotta be. I'm
Carson, you're,
dying.
You're warmer.
Like potato salad? Are
Yes.
people eating potato?
Potato
Yes.
salad.
Salad, okay.
Wow.
Come on,
okay.
guys.
I mean, I'm not a big
Okay.
fan, but it is on
I've
the
never
list.
been
Potato
invited to a
salad's
4th of
delicious.
July party, so I really don't know what customs you guys have.
This
I'm,
one-
I'm going to
Potato
one tonight.
salad
Do you
more
wanna come?
popular than burger buns. Nope.
Yeah,
Your
dude,
list
everyone's
sucks.
got fucking potato salad at 4th
So
of July.
this one, you've got 2 more left. One of them, I'm just shocked, has not been guessed yet. This is like a
Yeah.
4th of July staple.
And we already said big weenies.
Come on, Cart. I'm going to help y'all out. When you think of me, what do you think of?
The American South.
All
The
right?
most beautiful man I've ever laid eyes on.
Come here and give me a big old kiss, man. Look, when you
And
think
he's
of me,
gonna
Carson, before we do
Football. I think of football.
Before we do a podcast, what am I doing?
You're normally eating beans. Beans are on here?
Baked beans. Yes.
Baby, baked beans are peak. You're eating beans before every podcast.
Every episode he's
Logan?
eating beans. Every episode he's eating beans. He goes, gotta go microwave my beans.
Yes.
Do you guys,
I like
guys
that
have
meta.
a bean sponsorship by chance?
No,
I just
not
be eating
yet.
beans. I just be eating
Damn.
beans for real. All right.
Make some calls to Bush.
One thing is left. You guys have got 2 strikes left.
Honestly, give us 1 strike since you basically gave us a hint there. And we kind of needed
Yeah.
it. I think
Actually,
let's put it
take
all
both
on
our
this.
strikes. We lose.
Take both our strikes and please flog us and beat us and shame us.
I will
Take both our
I will give you guys one final hint here. This is not something that you can eat.
You said it was food items to be.
Your buddy.
Food
Carl.
items, but it's not something that you eat.
Oh,
Like
well, then I'm-
plastic silverware
Oh, I'm thinking.
or paper plates.
Paper
It's
plates.
necessary. It's necessary.
My bib, my big bib for when I eat my ribs.
It's got to be.
for the
it's gotta
ribs,
be-
Bib that says number 1 boy.
It's got to be napkins, silverware, or paper plates.
Yeah, I don't know.
Necessary
That
is a
feels right
really
to
good
me.
word.
Yeah.
You don't eat the napkin.
Not since my doctor had the
Finger
conversation
looking good,
with me.
man. You can just.
It's got all the sauce on it.
It's mandatory. It's imperative. You gotta have it.
Some sort of beverage potentially. You've got to have the bev.
It'd be funny as fuck if it
Gotta
was
have
just
the best.
beer. If it was just beer, you know?
It's
Dude,
Dr.
that'd
Pepper
be
and
so
Logan
funny
is like,
if it was too, dude.
That would be
Dr. Pepper
the
and
coolest
Logan's
thing.
overestimating the.
Logan added that one on his own. Well, that seems like an oversight. Let me correct that.
You need it.
I have no idea. Let's just rip something.
Well, no, because you're
Beans.
killing me because you're like,
It's
you gotta
number
have it.
2 on the list. You have to have it.
I looked up the list. It's number. Oh my god.
You need it.
I don't
it's-
think I would guess.
You
this.
can't eat it, but
But
you
you need
gotta
it.
have it.
It takes a surge of 222%.
How is this not like paper plates? That
gotta
feels like
think.
this has to be paper plates.
Matt mentioned this early on in this episode.
Did he?
That was like
Diddy?
7-8 hours
Diddy?
ago. Oh, Blaiden, let's not bring Diddy into this, please. It's a family program.
And that is correct. Baby oil, guys. Last one on the spot. Good job.
I feel like a pathetic little loser, and I'm ready to throw in the towel on this. What do you think, Matt? Or one last guess.
Okay,
Just
let me
throw
help
it
you
there.
guys. We're gonna. I want you to close your eyes. All right. Imagine you wake up. It's a beautiful 4th of July celebration. You're about to get all set up. You put on your
100 hot chicks.
Bad bitches.
you throw
That's
on
what
you throw on your New Balances or your sandals, and you go outside, and you get this.
Sunscreen? I definitely need my
Yeah,
sunscreen.
that's true.
A cooler?
I'm gonna give you
George
guys 60
Foreman
seconds.
grill?
You got one guess left.
I don't think we even deserve it.
I don't
I
think you need
keep trying to
feel
just
bad.
give up the
I would
question and
not
nobody will
answer
let me.
this. There's no
You can
way.
throw in the towel.
Well, I have a teammate who I need to be, but we are up like 3 already in this game.
You might as well say something.
I can't think of it if it's not like paper plate, utensils.
And it's food related.
but you can't
Imagine
eat it.
you're at a cookout. Imagine you're outside at a cookout.
I mean, I thought sunscreen was a fair
big
one, but like
sombrero.
it just doesn't.
30
make any-
seconds.
I feel like the bomb is about to go off.
It's not paper.
stakes.
You got to get out of the jewelry store. Hurry. Smash and grab. Smash and grab,
Get
fellas.
in the fridge, big
Hamburger
dog.
buns. Final guess.
Yeah, dude, put us out of our
Again.
misery. Come on.
Yeah.
What is it?
Logan was playing the long.
Coal. Charcoal for the
Charcoal.
grill.
Oh,
fuck
that's
off.
more. There's not
And-
more gas grills.
And this
That
is
is-
the thing. I wouldn't have guessed this
Yeah, good
purely
point.
based on like you're right, like propane and wood. Like I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
grill with wood also. So
That
I,
sucks.
Grilling
I don't
with
really know
wood.
many people who grill with wood, but
Who is grilling?
maybe
with wood?
maybe some local cavemen who are out in their man-made
No.
fire.
hey,
Dude,
man.
Davy Crockett. If we're honoring America,
Jeremy
by
Jeremy
That's the way
Rucker
to do it.
grilling,
Jeremy Rucker grills with wood, I bet
we're
you.
grilling beaver.
Good point. Okay, gentlemen. Your final U.S. trivia question, your hard question, is basically going to be the Theo Ash special. I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to ask you guys 10 North American bird trivia questions. I
Oh,
need you to
dude.
answer all of them. What is the smallest bird in North America?
Hummingbird. What kind of hummingbird?
I will accept hummingbird. There is one kind, but
Okay.
it's the
Is
Calliope
it
hummingbird specifically.
okay? I would not have called it the Calliope.
What
but
is the biggest bird found in North America?
Gotta be a swan could do it. Oh man, what is the biggest bird?
Like in
Oh, a pelican maybe?
in
A
terms of what?
brown.
Weight, height, length?
Yeah, there's a
What
couple.
do we
That's a good question.
like?
And I think
flamingo?
it's just the
Like,
general biggest. I'll give you the measurements. 9.5-foot wingspan on average, about 20 pounds is what it weighs.
Albatross.
Is that a guess?
That's got the biggest wingspan. Yeah.
Not correct.
like what is the
Pelican?
what is it the biggest in?
Logan, I looked up biggest
Height?
bird, and this is what it's the heaviest. It is the
Big bird.
heaviest.
It's
Okay,
it's
the
big
heaviest bird?
man.
Biggest bird.
A lot of heavy birds are flightless. They walk on the ground. They can't really. It's like
Yeah, I was
penguin.
gonna say.
But that doesn't live in North
Or
America.
no, actually, maybe this-
emu doesn't.
It is. This is. It's look, man. Every bird expert website listed as the largest bird in North America. I think it's a composite
Like a
aggregate.
emu- it's not an
You put
emu,
everything.
is it?
North America.
Emu doesn't live here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Biggest
ISO
bird in
Theo,
North
ISO
America.
Theo.
A crane.
This definitely does
There's-
fall on Theo.
There's cranes. There's what's heavy. I'm thinking what is there a North American
I mean,
flightless
turkeys
bird?
are pretty damn heavy, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Okay, it's not a turkey, but similar family to
Oh, there's
a
grouse.
turkey
there's-
vulture. I'll tell you that. Very similar to a turkey vulture.
Oh, the California condor.
California
Yeah.
condor is
Oh my
correct.
God,
Yeah.
there's like 50 of those things.
Of course,
that's
I should have
interesting.
known.
That's. I should know. I should have known.
What's
that.
the rarest
That's
bird
embarrassing.
in North America?
Well, the rarest bird is probably some shit that would like fly, like from
Theo,
Europe
I'm
once
I'm,
every.
I'm gonna ask you to keep this one
Yeah.
simple.
It's a eagle, maybe. I don't know what.
No, no, it's not the eagle.
Oh yes, Logan, rage
I'll tell
bait.
you
He's
right
rage
now.
baiting. He's clip farming. He wants Theo to freak out.
It's not the fucking eagle.
Theo, what were you just saying? Like 45 seconds ago, maybe.
Whooping crane.
Mm-mm. you made it.
crane,
I thought this was going to
California condor.
California condor is the
Yeah,
rarest
yeah,
bird
yeah.
in America.
And
There's
the
about
biggest,
375 left in the wild. There was 22 for a time in the 80s. So they've actually done a pretty decent job
Yes.
rehabilitating. Okay, flip side. What's the most common bird in North America?
Pigeon, crow, chickadee, cardinal, mallard, seagull, ring-billed gull. Seagull might be up there. Herring gull might be up there. House sparrow. House sparrow's got to be up there too.
I'm on
I'm gonna
nerd
need you
session
to
naming
specify
birds you
your
ain't
guess,
even
too.
heard of yet, bro.
I know. I'm spitballing.
No, that's fair. That's
until I
fair. That's
fall
fair.
on
I'm
one
just
that I
not going to
really
give.
like.
I'm not going to give you it if I just hear the name.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
have to-
yeah. Robin. Robin is up there. Crow.
I'll tell you, you've said it.
I heard
It's
you say it.
among the ones that you've named.
Pigeon was the first thing that came
Yeah.
to my mind, but
Yeah, I think pigeon's a solid
It is
guess.
not the pigeon.
oh, I fucked us.
Blaiden, don't
It's
say that.
okay. That's not a bad guess at all. House sparrow is not native to America, but it might be the most common. Starling. Maybe a crow? Nah, they're kind of big to be the most common. Maybe a house sparrow. I'll go with that.
So the chipping sparrow is number 2, but that is the highest ranked sparrow. There's actually a number of different sparrows who are pretty high up on this list.
Is house sparrow on the list, or are they not counting native? Not.
I
native
think they're. I
things?
think this might only be native.
Okay, so house sparrow is probably up there, but is not native to the country, unfortunately. So that might.
And
be...
I think that might be why pigeons also are not on the list. So you know what? I'll give you that guess back.
Are pigeons
Okay.
not native? Where are they?
I think they're from across
Probably
the
from
pond,
Europe.
right? Yeah. I think they're from Europe originally.
Could it just be
Mhm.
a seagull?
Seagull's not an official bird, though.
What?
It's herring gull. Yeah, there's no such thing as a seagull. There's ring-billed gull,
Interesting.
herring gull. Did I say crow? If it's a native bird, maybe it is just the crow.
Is that a guess?
Sure.
It's
yeah.
not a crow. So you guys have 7 strikes remaining for all the questions left.
Chipping sparrow being high does make me think it's something pretty small. There's usually more small things than big things.
It's pretty small.
It's pretty small. What did I name that was small, guys?
Did you name like cardinals? Are those?
Is it a
Those are a little medium.
robin
Okay.
small?
Black-capped chickadee. Robins are medium.
Maybe this is
medium might be small
medium. Maybe
enough.
this is medium.
Okay.
Extra medium.
Is it a robin?
It's the American robin. 370
Okay, cool.
million of them. That's number
Wow.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the fastest bird in terms of flight speed?
It's the falcon, ain't it? We did
Specific?
Peregrine.
Peregrine falcon, that's correct. 186 miles an hour they can reach. What is the fastest North American bird in terms of land speed?
Roadrunner. I mean, what else runs?
Roadrunner,
fast?
up to 26 miles per hour.
It's
Which-
it's actually called a roadrunner.
Meep, meep.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they exist.
Greater roadrunner.
And if you can believe it,
technically,
coyotes
yeah.
exist too. Not just that
I
wily
do know
fellow.
that. I do know that coyotes exist.
It's unbelievable what they can do in cartoons these days. Okay, which family of birds found in North America is generally considered the smartest?
Corvids.
Bingo. Which includes crows, ravens, jays, and magpies. What is the strongest North American bird? This bird is not actually found in the U.S. It's found south of here. Still in North America, but
This could be like a harpy eagle. That's really getting into South America, though. I think about the Amazon with them. Strongest bird? How is that measured? They just like pick up a.
how much can you lift to get them in the gym, I presume? And have them
It's a
bench?
big old eagle. Some sort of bird of prey that like lifts a.
So I will say,
ram
this
off
bird
the
you
side of
would
a mountain.
mostly think of with Central and South America, but it is also found in Mexico.
Is it
It is the harpy eagle. That is correct. Strongest
Cool.
bird in the world. What is the most common pet bird in the United States?
A cockatiel?
Nope.
Those are the birds that talk, yeah?
Parrot? Yeah, parrot. Like they got those sulfur crested cockatoos that are white.
You guys are in the
yellow
ballpark for
crest.
sure.
Just a normal cockatoo? I don't know.
Nope.
It's maybe.
I believe you guys are down to 5 strikes, but you only have 1 question left after this.
It's just a parrot.
Is that a guess?
Parakeet.
Parakeet is
Parakeet.
correct. And what is the U.S. national bird?
The bald.
That
A
is
turkey.
correct.
For now. For now.
Gentlemen, you aced the bird trivia.
God
well,
bless
Theo
Theo,
really
man.
aced the
God
bird
bless
trivia.
God
Theo.
bless the Osh.
All
That's
right,
why when
guys.
Theo kept us waiting here for 4 hours on the recording before we started, I was like, we can do it without him, but there's one question that's going to get really ugly without him. So, well done. Well done. You
Awesome.
carried.
Yeah,
Guys,
Logan
we
and I would've
can't
suffered.
talk about the United States without talking about America's pastime, baseball. Don't you guys just love baseball?
I
I
don't know
need
much
you
about
to
it.
name 5 baseball players with 5 or
Done.
more
Ty
home
Cobb-
runs
oh.
on 4th of July.
I
Ty
thought
Cobb
name
is a
5 baseball
disgusting
players
place
was
to
going to be hard
start.
enough.
Absolutely disgusting.
I actually don't know if I could name 5 baseball.
I mean, let's do the math,
or
right? Let's
more.
think about the all-time home run leaders. Hank Aaron, is he here?
Hank Aaron is a correct answer. Yes.
Barry
Barry
Bonds, is
Bonds.
he here?
Barry Bonds, not here.
Because he did steroids, and that's un-American, and we don't support it, and we won't
Well, we
let
do
him
have some
succeed
guys
on
who did
4th of
roids
July.
on here. I'm not.
Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire is here. Yes.
Is Babe Ruth?
I mean,
The
you
Great
gotta guess.
Bambino?
You gotta guess the babe.
The Babe is not here, unfortunately.
Fuck.
This question sucks.
I mean, let's just name baseball players, bro. First time
Albert,
we've ever done
Pujols.
baseball trivia.
Albert
it.
Pujols is here. Fat Albert. Yes.
Great poll, great poll.
Hey.
What about Jim Thome?
Wow. Jim Thome pulled from Carson. No, Jim Thome is not here.
All right, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
No, I love the Jim Thome guess, man.
I mean, what about A-Rod?
That's not a bad guess. He's not here.
Are you keeping track of our strikes here?
Yes.
Because I'm not. Okay.
You guys have 4 incorrect answers. So you got 6 more strikes. You only need 2 more names. Barry
Oh,
Bonds
shit.
homered 3 times on the 4th of July.
That's kind of pathetic. He must hate America.
And Babe Ruth homered 4 times. Excellent guess.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, shout out Mickey Mantle. I don't know. I'm thinking about dudes who hit a lot of dingers. Is Mickey Mantle here?
Mickey Mantle is correct.
Hell yeah.
1 more name to go.
First time ever getting in the baseball bag. They've never seen it. People are always asking, do you want a baseball nerd? No. I'm the baseball nerd
Exactly.
now, bitch.
Yo, Matt,
just
throw out
thought
a
about
name.
Mark
Throw out one
Teixeira.
baseball player.
Whoa, well, first off, I already got one, so
Yeah,
you
He
can't
said he's
say
done.
I got
he's
an.
betting,
O
he's
for
betting
me.
1,000. He said he's done.
Don't ever talk to my
Well,
teammate
I'm-
that way,
I'm-
especially
I'm-
when he's having his Christian Leitner perfect game from the field.
I just the thing is that I don't know like all-time home run leaders. Like I'm a super
Well-
casual baseball guy. I just like going to the Reds games. Votto.
I love the Votto shout. He is not here. I don't think you have a red here.
So no
This can be
Ellie.
bleak, bro.
I mean,
Votto's
we're gonna
like
get
not
this
even
with
that
this many
high up on the
guesses
home
left.
runs, is he? I went to a game and he hit 2.
I don't
It
think
wasn't
he's
on the
that
4th,
high
though.
up. I don't know why I keep thinking of Mark Teixeira. Did I already say that out loud? I just
Shout
can't
out
stop
Mark
thinking about
Teixeira.
him.
You guys are firing me up with some of these guesses.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know who some of these.
Are you a
people
big
are.
baseball guy,
Ken
Logan?
Griffey Jr.?
Oh,
Oh.
dude, when I was a kid, I used to love baseball, but not anymore.
Is Ken Griffey here?
I love the guess. He's not. You guys still have some all-time legends here,
Yeah,
And
I'm
s-
sure that we do.
I'm
and
sure
some
we do.
guys who like to get juice to the gills.
Sammy Sosa?
How many strikes do we have left? And we need
You
2
guys
more.
have 3 strikes left. You just need 2.
This is like the
More
steroid guy,
baseball
and it's
player.
not Sosa, McGuire, or Bonds. Is it
Actually,
Manny
no,
Ramirez?
I'm sorry. Not who I was talking about. You actually just needed 1 more. That is correct. You guys have completed
Oh.
the question.
Can
I
I
was
can I
talking-
can I get one? I was ruminating on a
Sure.
name. Did
Go on off,
Ortiz do it?
Ortiz didn't. That's not a bad guess, though. The guy I was talking about was actually Jose Canseco, the other steroid guy to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
But,
Yeah, he's roid rage.
well done. It's the
I don't know
first
who that
baseball
is.
question in the history of Nerd Sesh.
That is. And
Wow.
it makes sense because it's America's pastime, even though not that many people really like it as much anymore. Gentlemen, let's knock out this random quarterback question. Here's how it's going to go. I'll randomly generate one from this website, and then we will go head-to-head, and we'll see which team can name more. We'll rotate from person to person within the team. If you get one wrong or if you can't name one within 10 seconds, you're out, and we'll go until it's last man standing, basically.
So it's any quarterback from.
Any quarterback from this team that we are about to find out. I'm spinning
And
the
to clarify for
wheel.
the audience as well, unfortunately, we have lost to the Turkeys. The Turkeys have clinched.
We already clinched, so it doesn't even matter, but we're naming Arizona Cardinals quarterbacks. Logan, if you would like, you guys can get us started. Your team can get it started.
I will start. Well, actually, Blaiden, I'll let you start.
Okay, Kyler Murray.
Bang.
Kurt Warner.
Theo?
Oh, we're going in round rock. Okay. Josh Rosen.
Carson Palmer.
Josh McCown.
Colt McCoy.
Oh, I let's see. I'm trying to. Who else has been a Cardinals quarterback?
You got 5 seconds, Blaiden.
Oh, was Blaine? No.
Rip
Oh
it.
yeah, was Blaine
That's right.
Gabbert?
That's right.
Oh, good clutch pull.
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna
Clayton-
go with.
Oh,
Oh, I
you
see.
go.
That's okay, Theo. I know where you're going. That's a good pull. I'm gonna take it easy. Jake Plummer. I'm taking layups for now.
Okay, I don't know a lot of Cardinals quarterbacks. This is bad.
I'm after Carson. Clayton Tune.
Yeah, that's a
Hey!
fun one. That's a fun one.
Ooh.
Give me Sam Bradford, Sammy boy.
Love it.
Okay, give me Jim Hart.
I love that as a throwback. Give me Neil Lomax. I'll take the other throwback.
Oof. This is rough. I feel like it's gonna be one of those like Fitzpatrick wasn't there.
5.
McCown?
Yeah.
I already said McCown.
Oh, you
shit.
did? Oh, okay.
So
Then-
Blaiden is out.
Also, you
Bye
just
bye,
said
Blaine.
McCown without specifying which one.
That's true.
Do I have to specify?
Yeah, which
If
one
Luke,
played for the
if
Cardinals?
Luke did play there, that would have been correct.
Okay, is it on to me?
Yeah,
Matt Leinart.
good pull. Theo, you
Josh
were
Dobbs.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Did we say Keenum?
Don't
Nope.
think so. When did
Is he there?
Keenan play
Yeah,
for the Cardinals?
I don't
know.
know.
I'm guessing.
Here, let's see.
Let's get our
Research team getting
let's
on
get
it.
Our team on it.
Research team getting on it.
I think he did.
I think so too.
Let's see.
All right.
Actually, yeah, Blaiden could be our research team since he's not in the game anymore. But he did not attempt to pass for them. Let's see. Did he?
It's okay.
Was he ever on the roster? Not
okay.
that I can see. I don't think the Keenum counts.
You-
And so I'm left without my beloved Matt, and it's just me against the world, and it's getting fucking scary.
I'm gonna take Derek Anderson.
Oh,
you
I
are.
knew that one too. That's
Oh,
sick.
Wow.
And the pressure's on. I'm gonna take John Skelton.
Good pull.
I'm gonna take. Who is that guy's name with all the concussions? Damn. Kevin Kolb.
Oh,
Wow,
great
Kevin
pull.
Kolb.
I thought you were
Good
talking about
pull.
Cody Kessler for a second. I was
Shout
like,
out
did
Kevin
Kessler
Kolb.
play for?
I'm going to take Boomer Esiason.
Great pull. I'm gonna take Chris Trevler.
Oh my god.
Take Chris Chandler. Chris Chandler played for the Cardinals, right?
I believe Chris Chandler did. Let's see.
I'm not merging him with Chandler Catanzaro, legendary kicker.
I haven't thought of that guy in a minute.
I think he did.
Chris Chandler played for a million teams. The Cardinals are one of them.
Fuck yeah.
Is it on me or Theo?
I think it's me. Did
Five.
Seneca Wallace play for the Cardinals?
He did not. That's a good
Alright.
guess.
And it's down to the nerds. I don't think this guy's been named. Fuck, maybe he has, though. Is Colt McCoy?
Did somebody say Colt McCoy? I don't
think
know.
Someone already said
Matt
that
did,
before.
right?
Yeah.
Did you, Matt? Fuck! I could have gone John Navarra.
Bro, he was the second and next. I was gonna say Jeff Blake.
Damn. All right, good round, good round. So that point goes to you guys.
Some morale boosters to
Damn,
wrap
I
up
hate
on.
I hate missing on a repeat. That's infuriating. Great round, gentlemen. Hey,
Oh yeah.
we can't thank you guys enough for all this fun and merriment and whimsy and just almost 3 hours of trivia that we just did. You guys are the best. Theo, we can't see you anymore, but what a beautiful face and smile you have. Everybody go support these wonderful gentlemen. Go support the Stay Hot podcast. Go support Blaiden Kirk. Go support Theo Ash. Go support Corporate Sponhour. Any last words? Any final thoughts that you guys have on this journey that we've taken before you leave us?
I'm starving. Like, so am I, Steven, bro.
I haven't eaten all day. I'm gonna.
And you know what?
Eggs.
I'm never the haven't eaten all day guy.
Oh,
never. But I'm the
Carson,
haven't eaten
Neither
all
am I.
day guy.
Neither am I.
Carson, I need to ask you. You say
Yes.
you eat a lot of eggs. What does your typical breakfast look like?
So basically, every single day I do 4 eggs scrambled. Normally, I'll just sprinkle some shredded cheese in there. Maybe I'll put a little deli turkey in there. If I've got some leftover ground beef, maybe I'll mix that in there from, say, a taco night or something. But that's really if I'm getting fancy. And maybe sometimes I'll put the scrambled eggs and the shredded cheese into a tortilla. But default meal, let's just presume it's the scrambled eggs with the shredded cheese. And then I make a massive smoothie. I get a full banana in there. I get a good healthy serving of peanut butter in there. I get some milk in there. I put 40 grams of chocolate protein powder in there. You mix that all up and you blend it, and it's just delicious. That's my normal breakfast. Yeah.
Okay, so I've probably still got you beat on like the volume of
Well, how many eggs are
breakfast.
you going through? Just
Well,
a
it's
big
not
shot
it's
over
not
there?
an eggs thing. So
Oh, okay.
my typical breakfast would be like 4 toaster waffles, 2 fried eggs, 2 hash browns, 3 strips of bacon, a bowl of yogurt with strawberries and granola,
Sounds
and then
divine.
like a glass of apple juice or something.
That sounds like you're living the dream, man.
He's taking a nap after eating that, man.
That's true. Can you? Yeah, do you not crash after that? Because like, if I ever go out for like a
depends,
nice
sometimes.
sweet brunch, which I love, I
I'm down.
crash.
I'm going
after.
down.
Yeah.
It depends on when I wake up. It depends on like how I'm already feeling like before I eat
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
But because sometimes I do, I'll just like have to lay down for a second. But like
Yeah.
typically, like I'm good to go after that.
That's kind of the American dream, what you're having for breakfast every morning. The fried eggs, the bacon. I mean, there's a lot of just quintessential classic breakfast foods there. That's
If you ever had kids, would you cook for them or would you continue to eat the breakfast that you just made?
In front of them and not make it for them.
I think that's what you have to do.
It seems a little.
I
It's
mean,
a
I'm making that for
dog-eat-dog
my
world. You got to teach them young.
I'll
gotta assert
say
dominance,
this:
yeah.
when my girlfriend comes over, I'm essentially making myself the same thing, and then she just lets me know, like, oh, this is what I want, and then I just kind of
Yeah.
include that into the mix. So I would probably just do that, and I imagine the kids would probably want like some cereal.
But with your genes, don't you think that they would want the exact same breakfast?
I would
Yeah,
hope
would they
so.
just be eating from the bowl of cereal and then you're on the other side of the table with.
Like an old English king. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Matthew, happy birthday. I hope it's a wonderful one. Happy holiday to everybody who celebrates 4th of July. And if you want to celebrate with us, you can listening to this podcast because this podcast actually is coming out on 4th of July. It is Matt's birthday, and it's a wonderful day for all of mankind. So if you want all our stuff, you know where to find it. YouTube channel, listen to the pod everywhere, follow us on social, join our Discord if you want. And with that, one last shout out to the wonderful Stay Hot gentlemen. I've been Carson Brabber.
I have been Logan Camden.
I've been Matthew Sponhour.
I've been Blaiden Kirk.
I've been Theo Ash.
And this was Nerd Sesh.